So again, good morning. Good morning, Suraj, and we will be starting with the GTO task. So this, I think, yes, slide is visible. Okay, so Jai Hind, Vande Matram और भारत माता की जय. Will be starting with the GTO tasks. This is our series related to SSB from an aspirant's perspective. आज हम बात करेंगे GTO tasks पर. We'll be discussing together what are all the tasks that are being conducted there and what from an aspirant perspective should be the resources that needs to be followed and what mistakes one need to avoid at this stage. सो जो हमारा GTO टास्क है इट इज़ डिवाइडेड इनटू दीज काइंड ऑफ 9 टास्क इन टोटल 9 टास्क होते हैं हमारे पास. सो दिस इज GD विच इज़ द ग्रुप डिस्कशन. सेकेंड टास्क इज रिलेटेड टू मिलिट्री प्लानिंग विच इज़ ग्रुप प्लानिंग एक्सरसाइज. थर्ड टास्क इज PGT विच इज़ अ प्रोग्रेसिव ग्रुप टास्क. फोर्थ वन इज ग्रुप ऑब्स्टिकल रेस. और यहाँ से यहाँ तक के टास्क को हम बेसिक कैटेगरी के अंदर में रखते हैं, बेसिक टास्क. एंड जो फिफ्थ सिक्स सेवन एट्थ टास्क है अपना, जो कि HGT से स्टार्ट होता है, हाफ ग्रुप टास्क, फिर लेक्चरेट, देन इंडिविजुअल ऑब्स्टेकल्स एंड देन कमांड टास्क. दिस इज इन कन्फर्मेटरी इन नेचर. एंड जो फाइनल ग्रुप टास्क, दिस इज फाइनल ग्रुप टास्क. एंड व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ बेसिक एंड कन्फर्मेटरी? So basic is like at that point the GTO assessor will be assessing you what are all the skills you are having, and in the confirmatory series he will be confirming his viewpoint about your performance. Like PGT in progressive group task you will be having a larger group, but in HGT you will be having a smaller group. So वहाँ पर individual का जो performance है उसको एसेस करने का ज़्यादा बेहतर चांस होता है. एंड इट इज़ ऑल्सो अ वेरी गुड अपॉर्चुनिटी टू शो केस योर परफॉर्मेंस. सो यू शुड बी रेडी टू शो योर परफॉर्मेंस इन द HGT task, to get into good eyes of the assessor. Right, Suraj?
Yes.
Okay.
And one more point that this basic series is type of a filtering series in which GTO selects few candidates and he try to observe more these candidates in the confirmatory task.
Yes. So those candidates who perform well and GTO has a basic idea that okay he can be considered, so he considers and observes them at the confirmatory stage. That is what you are pointing out. Okay. ठीक है, आगे चलते हैं. तो फर्स्ट टास्क फ्रेंड्स इज GD, ग्रुप डिस्कशन. सो जो ग्रुप डिस्कशन होता है देयर आर 2 GDs दैट आर कंडक्टेड. One is GD1, second is GD2. So in GD1 we have the assessor will provide you with 2 topics and with certain leads, and you can choose from them any one topic, and then the group can discuss what are all the leads that needs to be followed here. And GD2, normally GD1 is a topic related to national affairs, international affairs, and anything that matters to our country in general. So but GD2 is a topic related to social issues. Correct, Suraj?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So यहाँ पर I have gathered some of the topics that they can ask you in GD1. Like this topic, if I read through this is illegal migration of citizens across the countries is a global cause of concern today. Like illegal migration that is happening. लाइक इंडिया में भी, हमारे प्यारे देश में भी माइग्रेशन होके आ जाते हैं लोग. कहाँ से? म्यांमार से. और कहाँ से आते हैं? बांग्लादेश से भी. आई थिंक सूरज रोहिंग्या रिफ्यूजीज आर देयर ना. दोज. सो ये तो दैट इज अ कंसर्न फॉर द कंट्री, बिकॉज कंट्रीज के पास खुद के सिटीजन के लिए ही मुश्किल से स्कार्स रिसोर्स रहते हैं. अब उसके पार अब दूसरों के लिए करना it takes a toil on the country's administration and economic capacity. So what in your opinion is the best solution to deal with this problem? So this GD has some issue. Every GD you will find that there will be some issue and an opinion will be asked. The assessor expects you to share your opinion during the discussion and contribute to the discussion. Like यहाँ पर what according to you is the best solution? Like strict vigilance, diplomatic pressure, and third party interference. Suraj, would you like to highlight this at this juncture?
In here what we can mention is that whenever you are given a topic related to the issue that is provided in the GD1,
Mm-hmm.
all three leads are quite in that way selected that you can take any one lead and give your views. However, a candidate is supposed to stick to one lead that he has selected, and though he should be flexible with the other candidates, whoever is giving his or her views,
Mm.
but at the end you have to try to convince the fellow candidates of your
Okay.
to that particular lead.
Okay. Suraj, I have one doubt. One doubt, which is when the assessor will, let's say assessor gives us this topic about migrant issue, and then he says that okay groups, you should discuss your lead. So in that case, should we go with a common lead, like is it required that the group, before the discussion start, the group should choose a common lead so that they can start the discussion?
Uh, the selection is based on the topic that we are given the two topics for the GD.
Hmm.
However, taking the lead is independent.
Okay.
In most of the cases, that if a candidate will think rationally, then most of the among the group, most will be selecting the most suitable lead among the three leads that are provided.
Okay.
However, you can be a candidate who is selecting the other lead, which is not taken by the group. This will give you one edge with the number of points that you can give, because
Yeah.
if you will be having the limited amount of
Yeah.
lead that
Hmm.
the group has already selected,
Yeah.
the points that will be put forward by the candidates will be less, and it can be possible that the point that you are getting for that particular lead will be given by the other candidates. This will indirectly uh, give a disadvantage to you, that you will not be able to put forward much of the points
Yeah.
in the GD and contribute well.
Yeah, at the point will, they will clash with each other, and there will be a lot of common points. So, uh, so okay, I have cleared my doubt that we have a choice to select among the topics. Like on the screen, we are having two topics. So the assessor will give us these two topics, and then the group should decide that what they think, is a good topic to discuss on. Yes.
Yes, yes.
And then we are free to choose on whatever lead we feel is correct. So for example, Suraj, if you can also at this juncture, like for the this migrant issue, what do you think from A, B and C, will be a right lead to choose?
In my opinion, the strict vigilance will be the lead that I will choose for now.
Okay, strict
This
vigilance
will
means using army at the borders.
see, yes, army as well as the local people who are resident of that particular area, if they will also be supporting the defense forces or the central armed police forces in
Okay.
that particular region. This will help to increase the vigilance and prevent the migration of external element in that particular region.
Okay, and I think the third lead is I think not at all. I don't think anybody should go with the third lead. Like third party interference is not at all that much appealing.
Third party interference, in my opinion, is related to that the person who is migrating, he would be belonging to some region, and to what region he is entering is again a region. The third party interference is the another organization that will be interfering in the issue, which is
Means
not at
yeah.
all belonging to both of the two
Yeah,
countries.
yeah, yeah, yeah. In that, like this, like if like this is our country and someone from Bangladesh is entering to India, and then we look for a mediator like US to mediate between like these issues. So this is like US can be
This
the
can
third.
this can again be a possible lead to follow, because uh, see, we will be having a country being friendly to both the two countries,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
So it can also again help us to solve the issue, and that can be a way done in the friendly manner.
yeah, yeah. And the diplomatic pressure is about talks between these two countries, or we can also create some diplomatic pressure by taking the matter to the United Nations, and then
Yes.
they are passing a resolution in the council to to exert pressure on the country from where the person is migrating. Okay. So from these three, the person on basis of his own, consciousness can take a decision to what lead to go. And once the lead has been chosen, Suraj, one more doubt, that is it okay or apt to move out of our lead, or is it required to speak on the lead we chose?
In my opinion, a leader is supposed to be a rational person.
Mhm.
So once you are selected, you should be selecting your lead after considering various elements. And the moment you have selected one lead,
Yeah.
then you should stick to that particular lead and try to counter the opposition or maybe the other candidates in a way that they will also be convinced with your lead to be more specific with the lead that particularly you have.
Yes. So it shows our reasoning ability that at the very beginning, when we are, given the choice to choose, we should take a rational decision, and then we should stick with the lead that we are speaking. And in the end, if we feel that any one lead is not being discussed enough, so then can we suggest the group that friends, we should also discuss this lead. Like I have heard that the assessor also says that you need to discuss all three leads.
It's not like that, but you can again do this. Suppose in this case, the third party interference has not been chosen by any candidate.
Okay.
Now this again can be turned into the strict vigilance. See, if there will be interference of the third party, so what they will do actually, they will try to talk with the both countries' authorities, and what ultimately they will be doing is they will be increasing their vigilance in the border side area. So using that particular third lead, you can come up to the first lead as well. So you are again sticking to the first lead.
Okay, okay. Means whatever I have chosen, I should stick to it from the first end to the very end. And also that there, as there will be a lot of candidates there, like there is more chances that every each lead will get selected.
Yes.
Okay. So we need to speak on that, and there is no point of changing the lead in the end. Like the doubt was mainly about this. Like if we speak about strict vigilance, and let's say other people speak about diplomatic pressure, and there's just 5 minutes left for the GD to end, and nobody has spoken about the third party interference. Then if I have chosen, let's say you have chosen strict vigilance, should you guide the group to also discuss the third lead which has not been so far discussed?
Uh, it's not mandatory, but again, I will say that the one that you have chosen is the decision that you should stick with, and try to get other leads in that particular form only. Third party
Okay, okay, copy.
interference can also be considered inside this strict vigilance if you
Okay,
will
so
be able to convince them that.
I will be speaking on strict vigilance, and at the very end, if I lack point in strict vigilance, I can mold the points from third party interference in the strict vigilance lead itself.
Yes.
Okay. So yes, friend, this was GD1, two topics, and we also elaborated how to choose leads and what are the functionalities at this stage. Afterwards, we move to GD2. Uh, in this particular GD, we do not have choice. We are given only one topic, and that is the topic you need to move forward with. Normally, this is a topic related to social issues. Like at this stage, you can see that infant mortality rate is the topic here. So, in spite of government efforts, infant mortality rate is very high in India. What, in your opinion, is the main reason for this? What, in your opinion, is the main reason for this? So, yes, Suraj.
So, do I have to select one lead or
Yeah, yeah. How will we select lead here?
the lead that can be selected here is the negligence for this particular issue?
Okay.
Because once you neglect something, either it pays to a very higher extent or it totally gets devastated. So for this case, the infant mortality rate is getting higher.
Okay.
So negligence will be the cause, which will be the
Okay. Like
thing that we will be.
negligence can also be from like the family side also and from the government side also, na?
Yes. In this way, we will be again rationality will be checked.
Yeah, yeah.
the point that you are choosing should be that much effective that you will be able to get, you will be able to touch the various dimensions, be it from the family side to the government side.
Yeah, so negligence ultimately from the government side will lead to more poverty and also lead to infrastructure, getting deteriorated.
Yes.
Okay, so this is how we choose leads. And now at this juncture, you get to know that there are two GDs, GD1 and GD2. And what are all the topics if you want to practice and how to go about it, that we'll discuss. Let me once summarize you for this, that time allotted for the GD will be around 20 to 30 minutes. One point, that it's a discussion and not a debate. So you need not to always counter others, because the motto is not to reach a conclusion. In the GD that is conducted during PPDT, the motto is to reach a common story. But at this juncture, there is nothing like to reach a common story. So remember that this is a discussion and not a debate. And you need to contribute points and ideas from your side. You can use 5-point perception to think of anything, any matter in 5 multiple dimensions. For example, I will elaborate. Like if the topic is about, like say, uniform civil code, which is in recent news, then you can think of the history of the uniform civil code, that what was the history of the uniform civil code, how how the constitutional committee what were their views on the uniform civil code, and then the political impact that it will create, or if it gets implemented, the societal impact, the issues therein, recent occurrings related to and recent development, the cultural impacts, maybe the tribes, and the stakeholders approach. Like if there is a issue that will impact various stakeholders, like the government, what are the stakeholders concerned, the parties, the tribes and the people of India and everything involved. And role of defense, like some normally you will see that sometimes the role of defense also come, like AFSPA is there, and the role of defense also come when such a thing is getting implemented. And what are the security issues, like you think that will emerge out of the implementation of this thing. And again, finally, your views also matter. And I think knowledge is there, but how you present it and what's your opinion out of that knowledge is also also something that matters. Now you need to brainstorm ideas and think in multiple dimensions that I mentioned at this juncture. Okay, right, Suraj?
Right.
Okay.
Brainstorming is the most important part in this.
Yes, because like what I felt, since this is SSB from an aspirant's perspective, so I will, also share as a beginner what I felt, that when the discussion is going on and a lot of people are speaking, and you need not to, get blind at that stage, and just you need to be aware that what is going on, and you need to constantly listen what other people are saying, and you need to be very active and be in the moment and try to think in multiple dimensions. Like one thing I felt and improved over a period of time is, like if I just think in one dimension, like if I think in history only, it will be very narrow approach. So if I do not get point in history, I shift to polity, I shift to societal impact, I shift to issues therein current, and in this way you can see that you are getting ideas. Correct, Suraj?
Right.
Yes. So we'll also take a perspective from what happens if you get a fish market. Okay. First of all, what I have learned through my experience, that you don't need to shout, because gentlemen don't shout. Okay, and you need to listen to others, because a good listener is only a good speaker, and you need to politely counter. Okay, if required, if you feel, since this is not a debate, so if you feel that somebody has spoken something that is no completely out of track, then you can politely counter or add to it. And remember that this is not a debate. You can say, like what chess number 7 has said is quite right, we can add to that following other points also. And we should not contribute to a fish market. And one piece of advice is, don't look at GTO, because that will create a bad impact, that you are not participating in the discussion that is going on. Last advice is, involve yourself in the task and speak effectively, boldly, confidently. These are intangible things, but make sure that you don't become selfish. Like if you are constantly you are speaking, that shows selfish nature. Let others speak. If you feel any member is not getting chance to speak, you can say, gentlemen, I think let us also have points from chess number so and so to have a healthy discussion. Yes, Suraj, at this juncture I would also like to take your views, as in your experience of how to what should be the approach to handle a fish market situation.
Okay. So in case of this market, see, the timing for GD is 15 minutes, and you will be hardly having 8 to 14 members in your group. So it is not like that the fish market हमेशा बना ही रहेगा. So during that time, when there is peak in the voice, you can recall your points and try to uh, systemize it in the proper form. Then when the sound around is a little bit low, then you have to just uplift your voice. Let to not it should not be looking like that he is shouting, but you have to raise your voice and then give your point solidly, and you don't have to stop in middle. You have to at least complete your point because you have started it. Apart
Okay.
from this, in case you are not getting the views, or in case you are not getting the point, try to listen from others. They will give you some idea
Yeah.
what actually it is going on,
Yeah.
and then you can recall again, do the brainstorming and touch the different dimensions.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
will help you to
Mhm.
get good points.
Okay. So, what you said that in case of a fish market, we need to act according to the situation as the situation demands. Like if the situation is like nobody is speaking that much, then we can say in a gentle tone. And if the situation is like a lot of people are speaking, then you are saying that you need to raise your voice. Or did I get it wrong?
You need to wait for the moment. There will be time when the sound become a little bit less. Then you can
Whose
raise your
sound?
voice
Whose
so
sound?
that
Yours?
your
My
point
sound?
will be.
My sound at times will become less.
When you are in GD, there will be cases where then the candidates will be raising their voice, but
Okay.
there will also be time when the sound will be around will be less.
Okay. Okay.
So
Copy.
during
Copy.
that time, you have to raise your voice and give your point completely.
Okay, okay, okay. So sorry, I thought ki it was my sound. No problem. So if the external condition is like low sound, I need to have at a normal pitch, normal voice. If the external condition is at a high sound, then I need to slowly and gently raise my voice. And what about they say that we should wait for the pause or something like that. Like if I never get a pause, then it would not be right, na?
Yes.
Because I don't
In
think we
15
will get
minutes,
a pause.
definitely you will get pause at some moment. But
Okay.
again, this is the point that everyone is knowing, especially the repeater. So they will also be waiting for the pause. So why to wait for the pause? Just
Yeah,
raise
yeah.
your voice at the time
Yeah.
when others' voice is little bit low.
Yeah, yeah. So we need not to wait for the pause, because if we keep waiting, so as everybody is waiting, so again the pause will be quickly filled.
Yeah.
So yes,
Being in the situation and acting accordingly
yeah,
is the right approach to handle the JD.
yeah, right. So last but not the least, you can prepare and you can practice. Okay, you can use your own sources to know about the following. Like to prepare for GD1 especially, recent national news, like recent national news in our country, issues like UCC, Manipur issues, these are the issues, and other issues also, and recent international news. Okay, the war is still going on, and other international news, if our country signs some deals with that, then, and India and its relations with its other countries. So these are the topics that you can prepare for and practice for GD1. Okay, so I will also list some sources at this juncture to help you out. So whatever sources, first of all, I am listing, and then if Suraj would like to list, he will also list some sources that will help you better prepare for GD1 and will boost your knowledge. Is one YouTube channel that I can suggest is Bharat Matters, and you might be aware about World Affairs by Prasant Dhawan sir. And then there is a very good channel. I think one of the GTO, a very popular GTO from SSB itself, suggested this channel. channel. I will link up that channel also. You will find all those links about the GD1 sources in the description also. You will find a link about the GD1, all the topics, and also these sources also in the description to quickly navigate to the channels. Coming about to static sources, reading types is newspaper. Whatever newspaper you can read, you can read. If you are a beginner watching this video, you can start with the Times of India, because the language is a little not that much standard, but good standard, but not that much heavy language as is used in the Hindu. If you are okay with the Hindu, you can go with the Hindu, and then just reading will not help. You will have to read and then research about the topic, like whatever issue you found in the news, you should have a multi-dimensional research on this. And then if you just want to have a knowledge about the current affairs, what is going on, what are all the missiles going on, a very good channel you can refer is CDS Journey, and you can do the current affairs from there. I will pin the link there. And then last resource from my side is Study IQ, and there you can watch various videos related to international relations and other things that matters. They explain the stuffs in a very crisp format. So these are the resources for GD1. Suraj, you would like to add something from your side?
So from my side, you can watch this Dhruv Rathi channel. He is also giving a detailed analysis of a particular topic. So you can watch his channel as well. He try to take the topic that is currently going on in the country, burning topics. Apart from this, you can also follow Ranveer Alawadi or maybe PPR Bicep. He is currently taking the persons who are there in the defense as well as related to the geopolitics. Apart from this, you will be getting good knowledge from his channel as well. So you can follow his channel too. And there are other channels as well. One is Dostcast, Dostcast. This is again a podcast which will help you to get a bigger picture of a particular topic. So you can follow these channels. Especially you can follow the podcast, because there is one-to-one interaction with the person, and you will be getting more about the topic. Rest is the same, the study as you as well.
Okay. So Suraj, specifically with respect to like GD1, what do you suggest? With respect to this
For
GD1,
GD,
like
for
Dhruv
GD1,
yeah.
yes, yes.
Okay.
For
And
GD1, you can follow. Uh,
yes, Suraj, please continue.
you can. Okay. So, news-related issue can be, first of all, you should be updated with the things, and that can be done from the newspaper. So, in case you are not getting the relevant content from the newspaper, though it will not be the case. However, in that scenario, you can just open your YouTube or your Google. Then you will get you have to search the related topic. You will get a number of videos related to that issue. And in my opinion, Study IQ is the one which will update you with the topic in very less time, and that too with some effective and brainstorming videos. So you can follow this channel. Apart from this, the podcast that I was mentioning earlier, you can follow these as well. And so as to get deep into the topic, usually Study IQ, this channel makes a video around 20 to 30 minutes, and this Ranveer Allahabadi or the Beer Bicep, he makes the video of around 1 hour 30 minutes. So in that, and they only take a single topic. So you can go through his videos as well to get the good insights. Basically nowadays he's making videos on geopolitics, some spirituality, and the defense person, which is quite in trend nowadays. So you can follow his channel as well.
Okay. So yes, friends, these were the sources that will mold your knowledge of current affairs, and also will give you a robust understanding of the military, geopolitics, and obviously a good English grasp also. Okay. So now let us move to the GD2, which is there, which is related to the social issues. So for this, you can read about certain social issues and I will also pin the link of those topics, like 100 plus topics in the link. I will also mention about certain telegram groups that are there, like one is there which is R2R chat. In the in the file sections of R2R group you will also find a lot of recent topics that are coming as far GDs and lecturate is concerned. So make sure you check out those description links in the description of this video. So there are certain topics like, see, these are the social issues topics that are being asked constantly. Like one topic that you might have heard recently in news is topic number 7. Does India need a national commission for men also? Recently, a petition got into the Supreme Court to establish a national commission for men. And then I think, Suraj, we also discussed, like this was the topic in our online session, like status of women in India, right, Suraj?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So these are the kind of topics that are asked in social issues. Yes, Suraj, would you like to
And
add something? Yeah.
yes, yes. One more thing, that you can follow the links. Sorry, the yes, the websites that are for the UPSC aspirants. That can be Drishti IS, Vision IS, or Shankar IS. These are the sites that will give you a deep insight about that particular topic. Not only about the topic, it will touch the various dimension as well. From that particular format, you would be able to formalize a lecturate as well. So they can be helpful to you as well. So just type simply the topic and write IS in next to it. You
Yeah.
will get the channel as your priority
Yeah.
in the Google, and you can have a look over that particular website.
Yeah. So as Suraj rightly pointed out, you just need to type National Commission for Men, UPSC IS, and you will get various links related to Drishti IS, Vision IS, and read any one of them. Personally, whatever. Personally, I read Drishti IS. So whatever you like, you can read from there. They will give you a very analytical kind of, a brief report which will touch upon various dimensions and which will surely propel your knowledge and understanding of the topic. Okay, so I will also, these are the 10 topics listed on your screen right now. I will be attaching a link of 100 plus social issues topics in the description, so you can check it out, and I will also pin the links to R2R group so you can navigate and check it out, their content. They are also doing a good job there. So yes, that friends is about the group discussion part. Okay, so now we will move to the next task, which is the group planning exercise. So for the group planning exercise, we have already made a video, Suraj, right, Suraj?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I will not be discussing this task at this place, because we have made a thorough 1 hour video regarding the group discussion task. Sorry, group planning exercise. You will get the link in the description, and also I will attach in the I box. You can check it like on the I button. What task we did. Normally, let me brief you in short. Like this task, in this task, you will get a problem, and you need to solve it priority wise, and the timings are 10 minutes. You need to analyze the problem and you need to write a solution, and this is the only GTO task in which you write something. Okay, so you will get 10 minutes to write individual solution, then 15 minutes is given to your group to discuss and come to a common solution, and then leader narrates the common solution to the GTO. Okay, and various etiquettes are checked. Like the etiquettes that are checked is the grasp. So I made a code here which is grasp. So G stand for grasp of the various problems. The assessor will be briefing you topic using the sand model or the map model actually that is there. So you need to you will be getting two inputs at the same point, the verbal input and the visual inputs. So you need to compress it and combine it then and there, and get a good grasp of the understanding of the situation. So you need to effectively listen there. Your grasp will be checked. Like if you will not listen, you will miss some point or miss some problem. R is resource management. Whatever the resource are given, you need to manage it. Some resource may be hidden or some may be apparent. A is the aim. What are the various aims and targets given there? And aim can also be tackled as problem, but that will be a bad choice of word like problem. So And we'll also talk about choice of words and how it matters in SSB in some other episodes of our. So A is aim. S stands for in Hindi I have written समय की समझ और समाधान, and so timing matters. Time matters. There will be some time constraints. And last with samadhan, which is the related to what solution you propose and how practical that solution is. Okay, that will be checked. And P is for priorities and how you set priorities across the various problems that you can see in the the group planning exercise. This is one group planning exercise that I am attaching to this slide. You can take a screenshot or you can pause the video to try it on your own, and this is the map related to this particular group planning exercise. But I will recommend you to do check out that video first of all, which is related to group planning exercise, to get an insight of how to actually solve a group planning exercise and how the brainstorming and planning is done. We have done it from a very basic level, and we are so you can check it out. Okay, Suraj, you would like to add something?
Yes, one is the best friend of your will be in this task will be this map that will be provided in front of you, and it will remain with you until the group planning exercise get over. So what you need to do is whenever the GTO is narrating you the whole problem and the task, you need to pinpoint the locations and your aim and the destination that you have to reach. This will help you to get to recall the things and the problem and the resources well, and write it down in your page. And one more thing, that stick with the plan and try to use the distance, speed, and time format. This will help you. This will give you an edge from other candidates, because most of the candidates are able to solve the problem, but the time constraint is not included by them. So you can get an edge from other candidates by using the time format as well.
Yes, right. So, and also one thing that I would like to add from my side, do have a practical understanding, as Suraj said, about the time, speed, and distance, and also about the speed of various things, like what is the speed during walking, what is the speed during running, bicycle speeds, and then train speed, bus speed. Do have an understanding about distance, what is feet, what is nautical miles, and yes, do have understanding about all these. I would, I'd pinpoint everything in the chat box, and you can also have a search for on your own. And this thing that is mentioned in the very lower side, this is the scale which is provided, 5 centimeter 1 kilometer. So the map that is currently shown on your screen is not drawn to scale, so you cannot have that idea, but you can surely, when you will check out the video, you'll get a rough idea of how to solve the group planning exercise using these skills. And Suraj, as you mentioned, as we also discussed in those videos, like the size of the map that is shown there is like 4 white chart papers connected, na?
Yes, approx 4 charts,
Yeah,
or
so
maybe 3 parallel to each other.
yeah, so you can get an idea. And one source that we have already suggested in that video also, that you can check SSB crack GP pictures. So they have very similar pictures as shown in the GP task at GTO. So you can do check it out. I will also attach the link in the description. So yes, we have covered this, and now let us move to the next task, which is my favorite task. But before that, I will also suggest you to, if you want to know about the GTO tasks, then you can also check one answer that is good. It is available on Quora, so you can check that answer. It's by Mukesh Dhiman, and as the answer will be so long, so you have to be patient. I will also pin the link in the description, so you just to have the knowledge, you can check that also. So now let us move to the most interesting task, and that is the progressive group task, PGT task, and which not too much candidate like are aware of how to do it. But once you know this how to do this task, this will be the most interesting task for you to do. Okay, so yes, let us start with the progressive group task. So as the name suggests, this is a progressive group task. You will be divided into a group, and you will be made to pass through 4 obstacles in total, and the problem of the obstacles and the difficulty level of the obstacles will keep on increasing. That is why the name progressive has been given. Okay, So there are four kind of tasks normally, which and difficulty increases. As I said, first task is related to the concept of direct breathing. Second task is related to a simple cantilever rest task. Third task is complex cantilever, and fourth task is Suraj like more complex cantilever. Am I right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I didn't get any name anyway. So that is more complex cantilever. So the helping material that will be provided is will with you is a wooden log, which is also known as balli, a wooden plank, which is a phatta, some ropes. Suraj, how many ropes?
Even the helping material varies. Ropes can be given either one, two, or three in some cases.
Okay.
Apart from this helping material, you can be provided a ring as well. You can be provided a triangle shape structure. It varies from different PJT.
Okay.
It
This
can be different
this
for
this kind of ring, na Suraj? This kind of ring.
yes. Sir.
Okay. This we I will show you.
Usually, yes. Usually, in most of the tasks, these are the common helping materials: the wooden log, wooden plank, rope, and of course the fragile load to carry.
Yes, for a fragile load to carry. What I have read somewhere that the weight of this load is like it's like a little heavy, like 5 to 6 kg.
Yes, yes. That's why it is a load.
Okay, so 5 to 6 kg. Am I right?
It can be five to. I haven't
Okay,
carried that
okay.
like this,
You haven't
so I'm
tried
not
that.
having knowledge
So
about it.
okay, no problem. So yes, so I will show you these wooden log bully. You can please note it here. What are those structures? Like you can see in this picture that this white structure that you can see here, this is called a bully or a log. And this structure that you can see these gentle lady holding, these structures are planks and they are called phatta. Clear? So this is phatta and this is balli. So B is a balli, and you can also recall from bamboo. So a bamboo kind of structure is balli, and a rest thing is the this thing is phatta. And apart from that, you can see at this point, this is the rope. It's around 1 to 2 centimeter in diameter. So this is the rope. Apart from this, a fragile load will also be there. So you can see in this picture, this is the kind of load, and the structure may vary. So you can have some idea about the weight from the like the effort that this is doing, like around 5 to 6 kg. You can, like I've read it somewhere that it's quite heavy, so it must be. So what I've read that Suraj, that it this load must not be carried in hand, but must be dragged on the dragged on this fatta. Is it something like that?
At times, you have to jump from one structure to another structure. The distance, in case, will be less than 4 feet. Then you have to carry it in your hand. In that
Okay.
scenario, you can drag it.
Okay, we can drag it.
It
So
is up to you.
okay, so it is situation dependent. So that, friends, is about the helping materials that are used, right? So now we will talk about rules of this task. So there are certain rules. First is group rule. What is a group rule? Like a group rule is if you complete one task, like if you start from the starting line and you are the first person to reach at the finish line, so you cannot move to the next task till all your group members also finishes this same task, right? Next rule is the distance rule. So what is distance rule? So distance rule is that any distance that is more than 4 feet must not be jumped but breezed, either direct or by using a cantilever. So you can see in this picture, like from this place, this podium to this particular structure, this particular distance is more than 4 feet, right? This particular distance is more than 4 feet. So you cannot jump, even if you are physically capable to jump, but you are not allowed to jump. You need to bridge this distance and then you can pass through. So you can see that these boys have done a gentle so simple bridge to cover this gap. Okay, and one more thing that I would suggest you to, please don't ask the assessor how much is 4 feet, because at this stage in your life you are supposed to know roughly the idea about how much is 4 feet. Okay, 1 feet 1 feet is like 30 centimeter around. So have some idea, like your hand will be around 1 meter, Suraj, right? Our one hand, Suraj, it will be around 1 meter.
Yes, yes. Instead, one thing that you can do in order to calculate 1 feet, that you can use both of your hands. एक
Okay.
मुट्ठी बात है ना. Try to touch your thumb from one another. The distance that is there between the two hands, it is 1 feet, roughly 1 feet.
Okay, that is 30 centimeter 1 feet, and we can also take our hand is like 1 meter, no?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
To be precise with the feet, I think this is the way that you can do.
Like Suraj,
Because
our
one,
one hand, like it is around 3 feet, yeah. 30, 30, 30. Am I right?
no, yes, yes, it can be. To make it more simple, I was just suggesting that
Yeah.
you can just मतलब एक मुट्ठी बना लेना नॉर्मल की दोनों हाथ में.
Okay.
Try to open your thumb and try to touch both thumb
The tips,
together.
the tips of
The
the thumb.
distance, yes, the tips of the thumb, and the distance between the two ends, opposite ends, will be the 30. Will
Which
be around 1 feet.
the distance between my left wrist to right wrist.
Yes,
Okay, that is like 1 feet.
yes,
Okay.
that is around 1 feet.
Okay, I think we will have to do it practically, no problem. So one hand.
Even one, yes, even one. If you can try it by uh, measuring it with the scale, you will get that it is around 30 centimeter only. So yeah, if you are having the idea of 30 centimeter, you can calculate 1 feet.
Okay, okay.
In case you are not knowing that, you can use your hand and visualize the 4 feet accordingly.
Okay. So yes, so we can use those methods. As one Suraj suggested, using the thumb and thumb method, and one that I suggested using the hand method. Your hand is approx 3 feet, and you will get some idea about from. You can have also an image of Nataraj scale that we used to have at a kid time. So Nataraj scale is like how much centimeter? 15 centimeter scale. So you can have a rough idea from there. Two Nataraj scale joints. So that is the rough idea. So this is the distance rule. Next rule is the, I think Suraj, somebody tried to join the meeting. Shall I check?
Yes, yes.
No problem. We should have to check. But whoever it was, now it is no longer there. So let us continue. We are already recording it and we will be uploading it. Okay, so color rule is there, friends. Next is color rule. And what is color rule? For color rule, I will like to explain you using this picture, the color rule. So three color matters. One is red. Next is blue if you are going for SSB. And it is yellow if you are going for AFSB. And third is white. So first of all, white color. Anywhere you see white color, it is it can be touched by anything, living or non-living. So you can also touch that white color, and your material can also touch that white color. So white is safe. Anything that is red must not be touched by anything, living or non-living. So your material can also not touch that, or you can also not touch that. Coming to blue portion. So the portion that is blue, living objects can touch it, means you can touch it. So if you observe in this picture, this person, this boy over here, you can see the hand. The hand is on the blue part, so it is allowed, but the ropes cannot touch. So one more question is asked, that can we stand on a blue structure with a plank on our hand? Okay, you can do that. So if you have a plank on your hand, not touching the blue structure, so you can stand on a blue structure also. Okay, so just the plank should not touch the blue structure. Now you can observe that the person is touching the white part, because he is allowed to touch the white part. So these are the rules about this, and you will get this yellow if you go to AFSB. One thing, Suraj, that I wanted to discuss with you, that at this stage, do you feel that the boy has done something or broken some color rule? Because this part is red, na?
Which part?
I am highlighting this part. This part.
No. The upper part of that particular rod is red,
Okay. So,
and maybe the tip can be white. So it can be the case. Otherwise, if it would have been painted completely red, uh, so then he might have broken the rule.
means you are saying that this bully, the bully that is there, the tip of the bully, just the upper part is red and the lower is white.
It can be the case, but in that scenario, that the way you are mentioning, कि पूरा ही red है, so he would have surely broken the rule.
Okay. Then what can be the right way to do this? Like from the other end?
From the other end, what you can do is try to shift that rod little bit.
Okay. Okay. We can push that rod little bit further.
Yes. And if it is not having that much uh, length, then you can use some other material to extend its length for time being. So it
Okay.
is not allowed, but surely the tip of that particular
Yeah.
rod will be white,
Okay.
because they are providing the material according to the structure that is
Yeah.
provided. So you will be
They are providing the according to the doability. Okay. So it will be doable, whatever structure will be given. So that, friends, was about the color rule. Next rule is fairly simple, which is the rule of rigidity. Means any two rigid materials cannot be joined using a rope. Like if you are having a fatta and if you are having a bully, you cannot tie them with a rope to make a extended bridge. So that is rule of rigidity. And last rule is about the rule of infinity. So what is the rule of infinity? Have a look at this picture that I am showing. This picture elaborates the rule of infinity. The candidates will be made to stand in front of a start line. Like this is the start line over here, and this area in the middle will contain obstacles. This is out of bound area. You cannot touch the any out of bound area. Okay. Like it is considered a marshy place, and you cannot keep your feet there. And this is the finish line. So start line and finish line extends to infinity. This side infinity, this side infinity. Both of these line extend till infinity. So in this particular picture, let's say if the person, the O represents the position of the candidate and the person is standing here, so will he be breaking a rule? So for sure he will be breaking a rule if he is standing there, because the start line is extending to the infinity. You cannot stand there. So in short, the idea is you need to stay between this area, okay, between this boundary of the start line. Okay, so that is it, right, Suresh?
right, right. And one more thing that I would like to mention here is, whatever be the structure, if you have the basic knowledge about the structure and how it can be solved, there will always be a solution. If you will keep this thing in your mind, definitely you will come up with a solution. But if you will think of how this structure will be solved, और इसका solution होगा कि नहीं होगा, then you will not get the solution. But keeping one thing, that is, there will always be a solution for a structure, even if TTO try to add some what we call it, मतलब किसी कलर चेंज कर दिया और कुछ कर दिया. So in that case also he is trying to get you to the specific solution.
Yeah.
So you need to get to that particular solution. Solution हमेशा रहेगा until and unless GTO ये ना बोल दे कि okay, I'm satisfied, okay, or yeah, your time is over.
Yeah,
So
very.
until that time, yes,
Yeah, very rightly pointed out. Like they are checking your determination, that how much you have determination to continue. And as Suraj very rightly pointed out, that if the GTO is increasing your problem, then he is slowly pushing you towards the solution itself. Right?
right,
Okay. So that was rule of infinity. Now I will elaborate to you what is required. So what is required as a beginner, or is the understanding of bridging, which is as simple as placing a plank. So anybody can place a plank. So I will explain to you direct bridging. Like you can see that this is the portion, and this is one portion. You need to go from A to point B, and this gap is more than 4 feet. So you are having a plank, and you put the plank on this. Okay, and this is a simple bridging. It connects point A to point B, and now your gentlemen and your friends can pass through this. Okay, your team can pass through this. So this is a very simple kind of bridging. Okay, and there is again a way to how to put a plank. For that I will also pin links of some useful channels that are there. I will pin them, so do check them out to get idea about how to do everything in the manner that is being done. This is not a check of your physical stamina. Anywhere if you will try to show that you are physically capable of doing something, will not fetch you marks or any it will not do you any good. It's all about technique, and it's all about thinking logically and applying them practically. Next is that one important point and one beautiful thing that is here need to be understood is cantilever's knowledge. So what is a cantilever? So in simple terms, you are seeing this rod. Okay, this rod is known as a cantilever or simply a lever. Okay, there are two things that you need to understand, that anywhere if you want to make a cantilever, you need fulcrum, okay, and you need an effort. Okay, I will also explain it in simpler terms. A fulcrum is just like a support. It's a support. You can see that it's a support. Now think that for one moment, forget this effort. One moment, let us assume that there is no effort. Now what will happen if there is no effort? Then this load will push this portion downwards. Okay, so if you want to continue at this portion, and if you want to stand still at this portion, you need to apply some effort. Okay, so this simple combination of just two things, fulcrum and effort, makes a cantilever work, and any person can firmly stand. What is this load? This load is you. This load is you. Okay, all the candidates are the load, and you just need to find, mark my words, just two things, fulcrum and effort, and a cantilever is made. And one piece of advice, that you need not to use these words fulcrum, effort and cantilever. So rather what you can do is to use this something I call SS Funda, which is known as a stopper plus support funda. So you just need to make a cantilever, and cantilever is made using two things, just a stopper and a support. We always look for some support and a stopper. So in this particular structure, it's a fairly simple structure. I will explain to you what is the stopper and what is the support, and then I will give you some practice questions to answer that what is stopper and what is support. You can pause the video to answer that accordingly. So in this particular structure, you can see this fatta is the cantilever. This fatta is the cantilever, and you can see this white line that is there. This is acting as a support. And you can see we have applied some human stopper. So you can apply some human stopper also. So this man is like a effort, and this person is like a stopper. So now it is very simple, that if somebody stands at this point, then the load or effort or the stopper from this person will not let the other end go up, provided that the weight of the person is more at this end. Okay, so this is how a human stopper is made, right, Suraj?
Right.
Okay, so next up I will be showing some structure, and we both will be discussing what is the stopper and what is the support, to give you some clear picture of the SS Funda. Okay, let us start it one by one. We will come to the structure and analysis part, and we will do that. Before that, in the what is required section, I will also brief you about the rope, how to use ropes. See what happens, first of all, before teaching anything to you about how to tie knots and all of those things, various kinds of knots, I will elaborate to you why a rope is required. So a rope is required to tie things, you know that, but sometimes a rope is used to make a cantilever, which is an improvised cantilever. So in some structures you will not find the support, either the support is missing or the stopper is missing, and using the ropes or the helping material, you need to make a improvised cantilever. So that there your knowledge of tying ropes will be used. How will you tie ropes? One thing. So is it clear that when we use ropes to make a improvised cantilever from the, if it is not available. Second application rope will use, particularly of a loop knot, that sometimes you need to get the rope back. So there is a particular type of, a special type of knot that is used to get the rope back, because you cannot leave the helping material then and there. You cross the structure and you need to get the rope back. So we use a loop knot. So there, now I will come to the knots. There is these are the few knots. This list is not at all exhaustive. You can learn as many knots you want, but there are certain knots which are fairly simple and they are used there. One is loop knot, which is used to get the rope back. I will drop a link in the description box to understand how a loop knot works, so do check it out. Next is hangman's knot. It is also attached. It is known as Phansi ka Funda. It is hangman's knot, and it is also fairly simple. You can use anything that is available with you at your disposal, like the shoelace and anything else. So to understand how hangman's knot works, we will try to come up with one video explaining knots, or we will for this moment I'm pinning down the video link how to make a hangman's knot. Next is normal knot. We all tie a normal knot, just a simple knot you tie in your shoes. uh, One of the most important knot that can help you is the lashing technique. Lashing word comes from the shoelace that you are used. Okay, so the lashing technique is you must learn lashing technique to make good knots which are which are good in strength. This will provide strength to your knots. So directly coming to the lashing part. Okay, okay, I will also pin down the link to the lashing technique. You can see in this picture that how this is the one bully and this is another bully, and you can see how firmly using the loop this person has done the lashing. So do check out the lashing technique. I am sure that this is this is going to be of use in the SSB, and also in general if you are if you are a guy who like camping and hiking and all. Suraj, would you like to elaborate, like if that lashing is anywhere useful or it is not?
Before that, I would like to mention one thing, that you need to use basically only four kind of knots that are used
Okay.
in the GTO task, and that they will help you to complete all the tasks that are available in the GTO or GTO series for that particular PGT, SGT, or your command task or the SGT. Okay.
Okay.
So first is related to a simple knot that you mentioned about the normal knot that you will be using to tie the structures, right?
Okay. Simple knots. Okay.
Second is related to the hangman knot. In case you are having the rope in the less, which is less in size as compared to the structure distance. So in that scenario, you are supposed to use a single layer of that particular rope. So you need to bind it from the either side with that particular single step. So for that, you will be requiring the hangman knot. If you will watch the video of GTO series that are available in the YouTube, Ritesh will be pinning those videos as well. You will get कि कहाँ पर hangman knot का use हो सकता है.
Okay, Suraj,
So it can be used
I
anywhere.
have made one structure, like can we say that hangman knot is applicable at this stage?
Which one, Ritesh?
On the screen I have done one structure at
Yes,
this.
yes, yes. Okay, okay. Let me elaborate this thing again. सपोज ये जो हमारे पास पोल्स है, इनके दो एंड्स में हमें रस्सी बांधनी है, और रस्सी का साइज इतना है कि वो दो पोल्स को टच करके बस थोड़ी सी बच पा रही है ना. तो वी विल बी रिक्वायरिंग कि हमें बस एक लेयर रस्सी की बीच में निकालनी है और दोनों अपोजिट एंड में टच करना है. अगर हम नॉर्मल नॉट के थ्रू जाएं तो हमें रस्सी की जो लेंथ है वो बड़ी चाहिए, बट इस केस में हमारे पास रस्सी की लेंथ छोटी है. तो वी विल बी यूजिंग दिस हैंगमैन नोट. अब हैंगमैन नोट हमें मदद कैसे करेगी? वी विल बी टाइंग वन एंड विद द हैंगमैन नोट, फिर उसका जो सिंगल एंड है वी विल अगेन अटैच इट विद द अदर सिंगल नोट दैट इज अवेलेबल, और वहाँ से हैंगमैन नोट बन जाए. तो नॉर्मल केस हमें दो एंड चाहिए होता है टू टाई अ नॉट, बट इन हैंगमैन वी विल बी रिक्वायरिंग ओनली वन एंड, और उसी एंड से हम एक हैंगमैन स्ट्रक्चर बना लेंगे.
Okay, Suraj, one question that I would like to ask, that this knot that I can see at this point is a single layer knot, or it is something like a double layer like this, the loop?
It is single layer hangman knot. क्योंकि जब रस्सी की लेंथ छोटी होगी तो वी विल बी ओनली गेटिंग अ सिंगल लूप.
So
तो नॉर्मल नॉट में क्या
yeah.
होता है?
So what is the purpose then? If this is just a single rope, you are saying this is just a single rope. Okay. So how can we use this to, if this is like this, the in the lower portion that I have shown, then we could have used this as the, support, and this as the this as the stopper. But you are saying
No,
that this
no.
is just a single. So for what purpose it can be used?
It can either be used as a support or maybe as a what you were saying, stopper.
Stopper. Acha,
It can
okay.
be used for one purpose.
Okay.
Even this rope that you were talking about, which was available for the normal knot, उसमें भी either we can use it as a support or for the stopper. यूज हमारा हमेशा सिंगल पर्पज भी रहेगा, उससे दोनों पर्पज के लिए हम उसको यूज नहीं कर सकते. बट इन हैंगमैन नॉट ये हमारा एक प्लस पॉइंट ये रह जाता है कि हमारे पास रस्सी की लेंथ छोटी होने के बावजूद भी हम उसे एज अ सपोर्टर और एज अ स्टॉपर यूज कर सकते हैं, है ना. दिस इज द थिंग.
Yes.
आई थिंक समवन वांट टू जॉइन दिस.
No, no, no. This was sound from the system. Okay. Anisha.
Yes.
Okay. Tell her to join at this point. I will allow her.
Okay, we can continue. We will be getting sound out of it.
Yes, yes. We have discussed these two knots.
Yes. Apart from this, you are having this loop knot. Now, how this loop knot will be helping you? नॉर्मल केस पे हमें क्या होता है कि वी विल बी गेटिंग अ टाइट सपोर्ट, वी विल बी रिक्वायरिंग अ टाइट सपोर्ट, तो उसमें हमारा हैंगमैन या नॉर्मल नॉट यूज होगा. बट इन केस वी रिक्वायर अ फ्लेक्सिबल सपोर्ट. सपोज कि जो स्टॉपर जो हमारा सपोर्ट है उसका लेंथ छोटा है, मतलब बड़ा है, और जो हमारा स्टॉपर है उसका लेंथ छोटा है. इट इज मेक टू गेट लाइक स्ट्रक्चर
Okay.
and the stopper is at lesser height and the support is at the upper height. Two gates, normal gate.
Okay. Okay. I will make. Just a minute.
Opposite view shape structure.
Okay. Please brief once again. What I need to make?
You need to make a stopper which is at the lesser height and support which is at the upper height. Opposite U shape structure parallel to each other.
Opposite what shape?
Opposite. First of all, make one.
Like this kind of structure.
U shape structure.
U.
A gate like structure. Yes.
U is like
Two,
this.
two opposite U.
Okay.
And
Opposite
that
U
two.
is like this.
Yes. Yes. Now make one more parallel to that. That too at the lesser height.
Okay. I got it. Got it.
Either
Got
side.
it. Got it. Got it. I'm not getting what is a gate. So dumb. Okay. Yes.
Suppose the first that is there in the front side is at the upper height as compared to the one that is at the back.
So
So in this case,
this is at upper height.
yes,
And this is at.
lower height.
Okay.
In either case, you will be getting a scenario where you have to go either way, where the support is at the lesser height as compared to
Stopper.
the stopper. Sorry, the stopper is at the lesser height as compared to that of the support. ठीक है, मतलब जो फ्रंट वाला एंड है जिसको हम बेस मान रहे हैं उसकी हाइट ऊंची है और जो बैक वाला एंड है उसकी हाइट छोटी है. तो
No.
अगर हम उसको
Like
बल्ली लिखेंगे,
the stopper will be like यहाँ पे होगा ना, स्टॉपर यहाँ होगा और सपोर्ट यहाँ होगा ऐसे.
हाँ हाँ, मतलब एक बार मैं ब्रीफ कर लेता हूँ उसके बाद.
Okay.
तो जब हम पट्टे को या बल्ली को जो हमारा सपोर्ट है उसके ऊपर रखेंगे, अगर जो हमारा रियर एंड है यानी कि जो हमारा स्टॉपर है उसकी हाइट ऊंची होगी तो हम उसकी जो यू शेप है उसके नीचे हम उसका सपोर्ट दे सकते हैं। बट उसकी हाइट अगर नीचे है तो हम उसके नीचे डालेंगे तो देर विल बी एन इंक्लिनेशन। So to get rid of that particular inclination, they use this loop knot. अब लूप नॉट की मदद से हम कैसे उसको सॉल्व करेंगे टू गेट द पट्टा एट द सेम लेवल। हम जो हमारा रियर एंड है यानी कि जो हमारा सपोर्ट है उस पर हम एक रोप डालेंगे जो एक लूप फॉर्म में होगा बीच के टाइप। तो उसका जो एक एक्सटर्नल जो बाहर से उसका निकला हुआ एक सिंपल सा लूप है उसको हम पट्टे के अंदर चिपकाएंगे और जब फ्रंट से लोड पड़ेगा तो वो ऊपर उठेगा और रस्सी उस पर रैप होगी। तो एक पॉइंट ऐसा आएगा जब वो लूप पूरा ही टाइट हो चुका होगा यानी कि उसका फर्दर एक्सटेंशन पॉसिबल नहीं है। एट दैट मोमेंट यू विल बी गेटिंग इट एज अ सपोर्ट। तो लूप का यूज वहाँ पर होगा। यू कैन वॉच द वीडियोस टू गेट द रियल इनसाइट क्योंकि
Yeah, yeah.
प्रैक्टिकली जब चीजें हम देखेंगे तब हमें समझ आएगा।
It is not that much possible to do it like यहाँ पर उस तरह से, but we will surely pin a video link in the description to see how a loop knot works. Okay, so yes, the loop knot, and what is the last one?
Last one was related to simply a coil that you will be using.
Okay, a coil.
रोप को जनरली कॉयल की फॉर्म में जैसे मस्कीटो कॉयल होती है उसकी फॉर्म में लाइक दिस यू कैन यूज इट आइदर इन द ब्रीथिंग कंसेप्ट और मे बी व्हेनेवर जब भी हमारे पास एक प्लेटफॉर्म है मेक अ स्क्वायर प्लेटफॉर्म आई सपोज इट इज रेड इन द स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट
Okay,
हाफ रेड कंज्यूम तो
इधर.
आइदर साइड ओके। तो सपोज हम जो रेड साइड है उसकी साइड पे हम उसकी अपोजिट साइड पे एक और प्लेटफॉर्म बना लें रेड की साइड पे।
इधर एक और बनाओ.
यस अ स्मॉल प्लेटफॉर्म द गैप बिटवीन शी थिंक दैट शी सेंडिंग यू द रिक्वेस्ट बिकॉज़ यू आर नॉट एक्सेप्टिंग।
Okay, yes, let us continue.
तो आई वाज सेइंग कि जो ये स्टार्टिंग वाला एंड है जहाँ पर प्लेटफॉर्म नॉर्मल है द गैप बिटवीन द प्लेटफॉर्म एंड द रेड वाला स्ट्रक्चर इज मोर देन 4 feet। तो वी नीड टू यूज अ स्ट्रक्चर that will help us to reach that particular platform. But as we know the color rule कि हमें रेड वाले प्लेटफॉर्म में अपना स्ट्रक्चर नहीं रखना।
Okay.
तो व्हाट वी विल बी डूइंग कि एक कॉइल हम प्रोड्यूस करेंगे जो हमारा रेड एंड के जो बगल पे वाइट एंड है उस पर रखा होगा। यस रिटेस मेक अ कॉइल स्मॉल कॉइल ओवर हियर। नाउ सी जो हम ये कॉइल बनाएंगे तो उसका जो लेंथ हाइट होगी वो थोड़ी ज़्यादा होगी एज कम्पेयर टू द रेड प्लेटफॉर्म और दी वाइट प्लेटफॉर्म। इट इज़ ऑब्वियस। तो जब हम वाइट प्लेटफॉर्म जो हमारा अवेलेबल है एट दी कॉर्नर वहाँ से एक प्लैंक को रखेंगे तो इट विल नॉट बी टचिंग द रेड पार्ट और इजीली वो कॉइल के ऊपर आ जाएगा। दिस विल हेल्प अस टू गेट रीच दैट पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट विदाउट टचिंग द रेड पार्ट। तो कॉइल का यूज यहाँ पर हो सकता है। दीज वर द फोर नॉट्स दैट यू कैन यूज इन द जीटी।
Okay, not touching red. So yes,
Yes.
friends, so four kind of important knots that we discussed is that will help you ace in each and every GTO task which is related to this group task. First was a simple knot we use in our home. Next was a hangman's knot, uh, which is used when our rope is very short. This is a single purpose knot. And third is a loop knot, which is used to get the rope back. And fourth is a coil knot, which is used when there are color constraints available. Apart from this, these are the four knots we can use. If you want to learn more about knots, you can also learn about lashing knots. I don't think that you will require lashing knots there after learning these four kind of knots. So it is suggested to practice around these four kind of knots. I will be pinning all the links that how to make this knot and everything in the description for you to check. Okay, and rope as a fulcrum or effort. Yes, Suraj, I think we should discuss this sixth point, that when we can use the rope as a fulcrum or effort.
Yes. Okay. That is, you need to make one table-like structure, two stands with a blank either, or maybe a simple table.
Two
Make a square shape table, or
okay, two stands.
yes, and make a cuboidal, either cuboidal or maybe a rectangular table
Where?
above it. These are like a strand of the particular table. Yes, yes. So this is suppose this is the structure that we are given,
Okay.
and we need to make one more platform. Yes, a simple square platform on the ground. Yes, this is the one. Okay. Suppose we are having one bunny and one rope to cross this particular table and to reach that particular platform. Okay.
Okay.
So
So this
what
is
you need
this
to
is
do
our
is
target, na? This is our target.
you can make this target on the right, on the left side with it to get it more clear.
Where?
On the right side. So erase it. Wherever you have written this particular rope to make the support, you need to make platform there.
Okay. So I need to make the target at this side,
Yes.
at this point.
You can make it on the ground.
Okay, you are
No
saying,
problem.
okay, you are saying that these two poles are facing this side,
Yes. Yes. You are heading towards that side.
and the
Because this
okay,
structure.
and these two poles are also facing this side.
No, no. These two, yes, yes. These two are parallel to each other, and they are facing that side.
Okay, okay,
The way you have made that particular structure, it is quite similar from this thing. You are looking from the this from this side. It is मतलब उसका व्यू ये है ये मान के चलो ठीक है.
okay,
Okay. So you need to cross this particular table and reach that particular platform, and you
okay,
are given one patta and one rassi to reach that particular
okay. So
uh,
all
platform.
we have is a phatta and a rope.
So yes. Yes. So what you need to do is, if you will try to, but the distance between the particular platform, that is the table and the platform is more than 4 feet. First condition, and second condition is you are not able to bridge this particular area because the distance is even more than the patta that is provided.
Okay, so you are saying
Suppose
that we cannot, place this phatta one in here and other in directly there and can go. We cannot do that.
yes, because the distance is more than that particular. That's why you need to use the cantilever.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Suppose
how
patta
now?
is 5.
How now we can use the rope to make a cantilever? Yes, Suraj.
Yes. Suppose the distance between the patta and the platform is 7 feet as you mentioned, and you are having the patta around 5 feet. It will be around that particular height given. Okay.
Yes.
So you need to place the platform, place the patta above that particular table. First of all, this you can just highlight that thing
Yeah,
in
I
the
will
table as
place.
well.
Yes, yes, I will place the phatta. Yes. Okay, so from this point we can place
Yes,
the
yes,
phatta.
yes, 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 yes. Okay, yeah. So this is the patta that we have placed in the in that particular table. Now, if you will try to put a weight in front end of that particular patta, what this thing will do that it will just turn around because it will not be having any support from the back side. So it is having a base that is available from with the help of that particular table. We are not having the load part. Yes, the support. Okay, stopper. We can use that with the stopper type. So in order to make a stopper, we will be requiring that particular rope. Now, as we are having the support that is given from the table, in order to make the support stopper, we need to coil that particular rope around the one end of that particular patta that is lying there on the table. So just coil it, yes, at the extreme end. Yes. Now, what this thing will be doing, it will be providing you the stopper support because the two ends of that particular table have been dubbed inside that particular in the ground. So we will be getting a good stopper support from the rear end, which will be supporting our weight, which we will put at the front end. And the base we are having is at the upper end of that particular table. Now, what this thing will do, if we will try to cross that particular area with the help of that plan, we will be covering that area with the help of that plan and reach that particular platform.
Yeah. Suraj, one question, like, are we tying this rope like this at this point?
We can tie the rope in any way.
Because if
We
we will
can
not
use the
tie,
coiling method as well.
I'm asking, are we doing the multiple turns at this point, or this gap is there or not? This gap.
No, there is not any gap. It depends कि टेबल का इंक्लिनेशन कैसा है. If the table is flat और उसका जो पूरा एरिया है वो एक फ्लैट सपोर्ट, मतलब बिल्कुल इसमें सपोर्ट नहीं है, मतलब कोई इंक्लिनेशन नहीं है.
Yeah.
टेबल एक नॉर्मल जो हमारी टेबल होती है उसकी तरह. But then you need to coil that particular rope और you don't need to give any gap. उसका मतलब जो the one that you are asking कि अगर हम एक नॉर्मल एक लूप टाइप का बनाए तो उसके लिए भी I will be telling you the structure in the same format.
Yeah, we will discuss that. But what I ask is, if we will give this gap, then with a stopper will not work rightly, because with the effort, the rope will also go up, and the person can still fall down. So we need to tie it up like nicely at this juncture, na?
Yes, it will be straight at its best. So yes, we can use
Okay.
it that way.
Okay, so yes, and we'll also be discussing those, Suraj, one last rope structure that is also there, that we can, when we can use the rope to make a support. Like in this case, we have used the rope as a stopper, right?
Yes,
So how
we
can
can
we
use
use the
rope
rope
as the
as a
stopper as
support?
well. Support as well. Yes.
Let us
I will be telling you.
lastly discuss how can we use it as a support.
Before that, let me tell you the inclination part of it. Then I can tell you the support part.
Okay.
Okay. So this was the table which was very stable, or you can say it is a regular table that we are using.
Okay.
Suppose in case we are having an inclined table or a declined table, then in that case, I will be using a rope in order to make a support, a stopper with that particular rope. So this just make a mirror image of this particular table and erase it.
Okay. Do I need to make an inclined table?
Yes, not this one, the mirror image of it.
The earlier figure was simply like this. You want you to focus, go to this side.
Yes, but थोड़ा inclination कम कर दो, इतना ज़्यादा नहीं होगा. Inclination थोड़ा घटा दो. Start from the lower end और फिर वहाँ से ऊपर पुराना end बता दो.
Okay, why not let us consider this, like low inclination itself. And यहाँ,
वो नहीं, गलत बन रहा है.
okay, not getting the idea, so sorry. So, okay, the last part is to use, maybe in the structural analysis part, we have added a lot of figures, and in there we can, have a look at how we can make, use a rope to make a support. Okay, otherwise we'll also be, yeah.
Specific ये बताना था, मतलब this will be used in most of the cases. So
एक
that's why I was telling you.
एक random देखो, random, what is this, like if we can put the rope like this, then we can put the plank like this, so we can use, yeah.
This is support. I was telling you the stopper. Support तो कोई भी बना लेता है, stopper मुश्किल होता है ना.
हाँ, no,
Support तो easy है.
yeah. So this is the this is just the support, na? So but will this work, like without the support stopper? This is not going to work, na?
This can work if you are using bridging concept.
Okay.
एक साइड से rigid support है, एक साइड से rigid end है, दूसरे साइड से you are having this flexible line.
Okay,
support.
okay, just
You
the
can
bridge, just the bridge. Okay, same level. Okay, that is it. And we discuss one stopper that can be used making a rope. And one thing that we could not discuss is about the inclined planes. If they are available, then how can we make a cantilever, right?
एक नॉर्मल अगर तू बना लेता, आई कैन बी टेलिंग कि जैसे तूने इस पे बनाया है ये फट्टा, यू कैन इरेज रेस्ट पार्ट एंड वो वाला फट्टा वाला पार्ट रहने दे, एंड जस्ट मेक टू स्टैंड बिलो इट, आई विल टेलिंग यू टू स्टॉपर एज वेल. इतना इंक्लिनेशन चाहिए, इससे ज्यादा नहीं चाहिए होगा, इससे ज्यादा अवेलेबल भी नहीं होगा. ठीक है,
ये मिटा दिया मैंने. एंड व्हाट एल्स?
मेक टू स्टैंड
यहाँ
on
पर
one step. Yes. And one in the this and one platform on the
यहाँ पर.
left side of this particular.
ओके.
This is right. This is front roping.
यहाँ.
We need to move it up the left. Yes.
I don't know because we are seeing on the screen, so to me it seems like this particular structure is facing me.
Okay. No
And
problem.
to you
Okay.
it seems that
So,
this is facing this side.
yes. So this is it is having the inclination or a dip on the opposite side, inclination towards the platform. This table, and this is facing to the platform. First of all, you need to
Okay,
visualize this
the
particular
inclination is towards where?
toward that platform.
Okay, so this towards this platform.
Yes.
So this is like this now.
No.
I think we are having different perceptions, like how the inclination
Let
is
me
going
let
to.
me let me tell let me complete my point first.
Okay.
In case you will be having any doubt, I will be telling you that. Okay. जो ये प्लेटफॉर्म है, प्लेटफॉर्म के साइड पे इंक्लिनेशन का मतलब ये है कि प्लेटफॉर्म के साइड पे जो टेबल का फेस है वो उठा हुआ है, और जो उसका बैक एंड है, यानी कि जो हमारा राइट साइड पे टेबल का जो स्टैंड है वो नीचे झुका हुआ है. यस, दिस वे. ओके.
Okay, now
तो
I
अगर
get.
हम पट्टे को हम नॉर्मली रखेंगे, प्लेस ऑफ पट्टा अबव दैट पर्टिकुलर टेबल विद इट. In that case, again, we will be getting an inclined patta because हमारा platform ही inclined. In
Okay.
order to give it a support, we need to fix a rope. But rope अभी हम coiled अगर simply लगाएंगे, है ना, तो वो जो हमारा पट्टा है वो अभी भी inclined रहेगा. But we need to make that
हाँ.
पट्टा stable. मतलब
Okay.
उसका एक
Okay.
end हमें
So
नॉर्मल बनाना.
if we make
तो
a tight rope, the fatta will still be inclined. So we need to make a
yes,
loop kind of rope.
yes, a loose tight rope will be useful in this particular structure.
Okay, a tight rope is
और
wrong.
yes, तो
What
अगर
I
लूज
what I
रखेंगे
need to make is a loop rope.
एट दिस एंड. नाउ व्हाट दिस थिंग विल डू कि जब हम रस्सी को नॉर्मली अगर रखेंगे, थोड़ा सा गैप, ज्यादा गैप नहीं रहना है. गैप शुड बी इक्वल टू द इंक्लिनेशन दैट इट इज हैविंग एट द टॉप. तो जब हम इसको इस फॉर्मेट पे रखेंगे, तो जब पट्टे को हम रिलीज करेंगे, इट विल डिप अ लिटिल बिट एंड इट विल फाइंड इट्स लेवल अकॉर्डिंग टू द नॉर्मल टेबल.
Okay, okay.
और प्लेटफॉर्म पे हम पहुंचे.
Okay. So we need to,
use of rope as a
we need
stopper.
to, yeah. So we need to have the gap that much only so that it does not slides and get back to the bottom. Hello?
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes. So that is how we can use a loop kind of rope knot to tackle with the inclined kind of setup that is there. So I think we had a very thorough discussion on what the rope, how the rope work and how the cantilever actually works. And Suraj also rightly mentioned about just 4 kind of rope knots that you need to get acquainted with to deal with all the GTO tasks. So do check out the links that we put in the description to learn about all those kind of knots, and also do connect them to the purpose that they are being used at. Okay, right, Suraj?
Right, right.
Okay, so this is about, now I will get back to the most important and interesting part. I just explained to you about the cantilever and how the cantilever works. Okay, I explained to you about fulcrum that is there, which acts as a support, and the load, which is nothing but you, the candidate is the load, and this long lever is known as the cantilever, and this end is the effort. And so everything, so what you want to know about this is that you always need a support. Try to find a support. As in this picture you can see that this white wall is the support, this white wall is the support, this fatta is the cantilever, and this person which is standing, he is the stopper. He is the stopper. Why? Because if someone stand on this side, because of the stopper, this end will not go up. So just this is called SS Funda, the stopper support funda. Now I am moving on to the last and the most interesting section in this progressive group task, which is the structural analysis. Try to stop the video and to find out where is the stopper and where is the support. Stopper and support. Let us start. Okay. Before I really move on, I would also like to add at this juncture that apart from this all knowledge about ropes and fatta, you can still be a very dumb guy if you do not have a common sense. You need to apply some logical reasoning also, and you need to have a good ability to analyze structure and come up with workable ideas. And also you need to show collaborating abilities, and last but not the least, you need to have awareness. These are intangible qualities that you need to show at that juncture to make all this knowledge about ropes and fatta and cantilever work. Right, Suraj?
Right. Common sense is the most important.
Okay, and before moving to the structure analysis, at this juncture, I would also suggest one channel that you can look to understand about the GTO task, which is this channel. I'll put the link in the description and you can have a look at it. Suraj, any other channel you'd like to mention?
Yes, the Hosla Academy.
Okay,
You will
so
get the analysis of this particular
please,
PPT and QT.
yeah. So do check out
Actual
Hosla
video.
Academy's GTO videos also. You will get very good ideas as Suraj pointed out. Okay, we'll be putting everything in the description. So let us start with the this interesting task. Next up will be around 20 pictures, and in every picture, Suraj will explain to you where, and I will mark where is the support and where is the stopper. Two things. The SS Funda, one is the support and another one is the stopper. So before we answer it, you can stop the video to answer it all by yourself. So Suraj, let us start. Yes, Suraj.
Okay. Okay, this was the structure we have got, removing that particular bunny and पट्टा. And मतलब हम दोनों साइड से ट्राई करेंगे कि हम इस साइड से उस साइड कैसे जा सकते हैं और उस साइड से इस साइड कैसे आ सकते हैं. ठीक है. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम ट्राई करते हैं अपोजिट साइड से, मतलब जिस साइड से इसने प्लैंक लगाया उसके अपोजिट साइड से हम कैसे स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं. लीड दी स्टार्टिंग. तो जो ये रिंग शेप स्ट्रक्चर है और एक हमारे पास जो एक उल्टा यू शेप स्ट्रक्चर है, वी विल बी हैविंग दीज टू स्ट्रक्चर which can be utilized as a stopper and a support. तो फर्स्टली जब हम इस साइड से जा रहे हैं, यानी कि लेफ्ट साइड से, लेफ्ट साइड को पॉइंट कर दिया दिस साइड. तो अगर हम इस साइड से हमें दूसरी साइड जाना है, तो हाउ विल बी डूइंग, वी विल बी हैविंग एटलीस्ट वन रोप, वन बल्ली एंड वन पट्टा. तो हम यहाँ पर यूज करेंगे एक रोप का या एक बल्ली का, जिसको हम इस रिंग शेप के अंदर अटकाएंगे. दिस इज try to make one rope.
Okay, Suraj, you said we can also use a balli. So
we can use balli, but from this way we will be requiring a rope, क्योंकि स्ट्रक्चर दूसरा वाला इतनी हाइट पे नहीं है कि उसमें बल्ली का सपोर्ट मिल सके.
okay, Suraj, we need to go from this end to this end.
Yes, for time being, and I
Okay.
will be telling you from opposite end as well. तो दोनों साइड से, क्योंकि हमें क्रॉस तो दोनों साइड करना होगा ना, एक साइड से स्टार्ट करेंगे तो दूसरी साइड से जाना ही होगा.
I have one doubt, Suraj. I have one doubt that I want to ask. Currently, the setup that is shown on the screen is going from where to where? Is going from right to left?
It is going from right to left. Yes.
So our team is standing at this side.
The setup that I am trying to create is from
No,
left to right.
I am asking about the picture. That currently the picture that is shown in this picture, our team is standing in the right.
Yes, it is at the right.
And they will come from this end, and then they will come, and from there they will jump.
They will not jump. They will just climb on that particular balli.
Okay.
Sorry, patta. They will be having, I think, one platform on the other side. so they
Okay,
can
let's say,
hold.
okay, Suraj, one doubt, that if the person is coming, like these are the red dots, these are the persons, and they come here at this point, uh, I need to get down and get down at this side. So is from this point, how I get down to this side?
There will be a structure. This is not a complete series of structure, no? There will be one structure. I was just telling you कि इस स्ट्रक्चर को क्रॉस कैसे करना है दोनों साइड से. अभी वो प्लेटफॉर्म वाली बातें सारी चीजें अभी बात की है.
Okay,
उससे
so
पहले इस स्ट्रक्चर को क्रॉस कैसे करना है वो बताना चाह रहा हूँ.
no, what I was asking is to cross means
Yes,
what?
I got your point with it.
Okay,
But for time being, let me tell you this thing first.
okay, I copy. So we need to go from left to right, and yes, please
Yes.
continue.
Okay. तो जो ये रिंग शेप स्ट्रक्चर है इसके लोअर एंड्स में जहाँ पर रिंग बन रही है स्टार्ट हो रही है जिसने इसको पोल्स पे टच किया है वहाँ पर वी विल बी ट्राइंग अ सिंगल रोप यूजिंग अ हैंगमैन नॉट इस एंड से दूसरी एंड से विच इज दूसरा वाला पोल है उस पर टच करेंगे नॉर्मल. यस एंड ट्राई टू मेक वन. यस देखो. तो ये कहीं ना कहीं उसके जो जो यू शेप स्ट्रक्चर है उसका जो अपर एंड है उसको टच कर उसके लेवल पे आ जाएगा. ऑलमोस्ट उसके लेवल पे आ जाएगा. वी कैन शफल लिटिल बिट अप एंड डाउन बिकॉज ये रोप है तो फ्लेक्सिबल तो होगी है ना. नाउ वी विल बी यूजिंग पट्टा. उसके बीच में पट्टा डाल देते थे. यस. और ये पट्टा इट विल बी मतलब एक लंबा सा बना दो ना उस पे जो यू शेप के पास होंगे. नाउ और इस साइड को भी थोड़ा एक्सटेंड कर दो. नाउ नाउ देखिए. तो अब यहाँ पर हमें एक सपोर्ट और एक स्टॉपर चाहिए. तो सपोर्ट हमारा रस्सी का आएगा. इन रस्सी वी विल बी कीपिंग आवर प्लैंक. रस्सी के ऊपर हम अपना प्लैंक रखेंगे. दिस विल गिव अस द सपोर्ट. तो हमें सपोर्ट मिल गया है. नाउ वी नीड टू फाइंड अ स्टॉपर. अब स्टॉपर अगर हम इन केस हम उसको उसके ऊपर रखते हैं तो वी विल नॉट बी डूइंग वी विल नॉट बी एबल टू मेक दी कैंटिलीवर अगर हम उसके ऊपर रखेंगे. बट अगर हम उस पट्टे को उसके जो यू शेप स्ट्रक्चर है उसके नीचे डाल दें तो उसको थोड़ा सा इरेज करके नीचे लगा दो.
Okay, I am doing that. Okay, let us erase this, and then we need to put this in the inside part.
यस यस देखिए. राइट. नाउ क्योंकि हम लेफ्ट साइड पे हैं अगर हम इस साइड पे वेट डालेंगे रितेश जस्ट मेक एन सिंगल एरो. सिंगल एरो. यस. अगर हम यहाँ पर वेट डालेंगे नाउ व्हाट दिस थिंग विल बी रिक्वायरिंग रिजिड स्टॉपर. और जो ये हमारा उल्टा यू शेप स्ट्रक्चर है इट विल बी प्रोवाइडिंग अ स्टॉपर फ्रॉम दैट एंड. और हमारे पास सपोर्ट है तो जिससे जो प्लैंक है वो स्टेबल रहेगा. नाउ दिस इज a complex type of cantilever that we have used क्योंकि हमारे पास बेस नहीं था और स्टॉपर था जिसको हमने यूज कर. ये क्लियर है.
Okay, Suraj, yes, clear, Suraj. This is U shape, na? This is the shape which is you are referring to U shape.
यस यस दिस वाज द यू शेप.
Yeah, okay. I thought ki U is like
गेट
this.
लाइक स्ट्रक्चर.
Okay, no problem.
उल्टा यू शेप स्ट्रक्चर. यस यस.
Okay, okay. No, I was
तो एक गेट.
I was also thinking about the curve that is there, but no problem. It is U itself. So okay, so friends, see, we have rightly pointed out that this rope, how can this is a complex cantilever problem. We have used a rope to make a support, and in the rope we have used a hangman knots specifically. So we have already discussed in this particular video itself how to make a hangman knot. So this is the SS Funda with the support stopper Funda. Now I am erasing the, as Suraj modified it from his side. I am erasing the this setup, and in this particular picture that is shown, you can see how we have used this bully. This is fairly simple. How we have used this bully as a stopper, and we have used this particular U shape as a support. Okay, so yes, and now when our when our team works on this particular portion, and then when the load is applied on this portion, then the support and the stopper will work to make a good cantilever, right, Suraj?
Right.
And
In this
Suraj,
way we will be.
one thing that I asked Suraj, कि if the person is standing at this side, let's say right side, how come how he came to this side to put this balli here?
There will be one person who will be, अरे स्ट्रक्चर को भी इस टाइप से प्रोवाइडेड होगा कि एक इंसान वहां पर तक पहुंच गया हो.
Okay, maybe
वो स्ट्रक्चर बने ऐसे थे. It
someone
will
is
be having a
standing.
complete series.
Okay, maybe someone is standing at this point
Yes.
and he will be putting the ball.
It can.
Yeah.
The way we were going, मतलब ये जो लेफ्ट साइड से हम इस स्ट्रक्चर पे पहुंचे हैं, at that point there is someone who is standing there, right?
Yeah.
That's why I started from the left side. This is
Yeah.
लेफ्ट साइड से हम उस पॉइंट पे पहुंच गए हैं, है ना. तो एक इंसान वहां पर खड़ा रहेगा एंड वन हु इज कमिंग फ्रॉम द बैक ही विल बी मूविंग फॉरवर्ड, और उसको करने के लिए ही विल बी अप्लाइंग दिस पर्टिकुलर कॉम्प्लेक्स कैंटिलीवर, और वहां से एक इंसान आगे बढ़े.
Okay, Suraj, one last problem that I want to ask is like, will the GTO also ask you how will you recover this fatta and balli?
Yes, of course.
So, in this particular setup, how will you recover the picture that is shown? How will you recover this fatta and balli?
कि सपोज 8 मैन है और 7 लोग आगे बढ़ गए, वी विल बी हैविंग द लास्ट मैन. अभी मतलब ये अगर एक कंप्लीट सीरीज होती है तो आई विल बी टेलिंग कि आगे क्या स्ट्रक्चर है, उसके अकॉर्डिंग हम कैसे आगे बढ़ेंगे.
Okay, okay, this is possible. Okay, I got it. Means like 7 log, they are standing this side, na? They came to this side.
They came to this side.
And
मतलब एक साइड से दूसरी साइड आ चुके हैं. They have solved this structure.
Yeah, and if the let's say 8 लोग भी आ जाते हैं, then they will be ये जो स्ट्रक्चर है ये करीब होगा इनके, तो यहाँ से they can slowly one man can hold this structure and one person can take out the plank.
Yes, it can be possible. अगर पूरा स्ट्रक्चर, अगर पूरा जो एक सीरीज होता है उसका पूरा दिया होता है, आई विल बी
No problem. No, see, simple, Suraj. What I am asking, our team was at this side, right side, and they traveled this whole journey, and all the 8 people are now standing at the left side, and we have completed the task. So now all we need to take out this balli and take out this fatta. So it is doable. Like distance is not that much. We can take it out simply, na?
Yeah, in case there is a platform available.
Yeah.
तो निकाल सकता है.
Maybe a white platform at this point.
तो नॉर्मली निकाल सकता है.
Yeah,
और
normal.
इन केस ये नॉर्मली अगर जिससे निकल रहा है, जीटी विल नॉट बी आस्किंग कि हाउ विल यू रिकवर योर हेल्पिंग मटेरियल. यहाँ पर थोड़ा मुश्किल है, वहाँ पर बोलेगा, और उसके लिए कंप्लीट एक पूरा होना जरूरी है, तब पता चलेगा कि कैसे रिकवर होंगी चीजें.
Yeah. So one thing that, friends, I would like to point is like man and material recovery. Like this is also very important. Not just solving the task. Like sometimes I feel that in the haste of task, people can forget that they also need to carry the man with them and material with them. So the man and material recovery is also important. Right, Suraj? Our ideas should be like that, so that we can manage the man and material both efficiently. Correct?
Correct.
So Suraj, in the last pictures that follow, please crisply just mention structure and the stopper and the support, so to wind up this and so that we can touch upon all the tasks. Okay.
Yes.
Stopper and support, and somewhere if you feel that there is anything like very important to mention, please don't miss that. Okay, let us start. Yes, in this structure.
Yes. This structure will be provided simply with remove all the balli and patta first of all, और structure को assume करने की कोशिश करो. So what you are having here is you are already have a stopper. जो H shape का structure है उसका जो dash है, it is given as a stopper, right? All you need to make is this support that can either be created with a balli or with a rope. Now why they choose a log? Because it is a rigid one and it will not be movable downward or the upward. Now this will help you to create a stable structure, stable cantilever, right? That's why they use. Rope can also be used in case you are not having the balli.
Okay. So that is
right?
all. Bully is the support, and this structure is the stopper. Moving on to the next one.
And okay. So
On
for this
this
one,
one.
okay. So in the first one, now you are having ulta, no, sorry, a like structure having a dash, and U like structure, opposite U structure, which is lying on the ground. Now ये एक स्टेबल टेबल टाइप का नहीं है, बट ये इंक्लिनेशन है, तो इंक्लिनेशन इज वेरी लेस, so we can use it. और we use A का dash as a stopper, and we use U का उल्टा as a
Okay,
support.
Suraj, one doubt that in the A kind of structure, we are not having a bar like this. Still, how it is acting
Yes,
at a stopper?
जो उसके जो दो पार्ट्स हैं, दे आर गेटिंग क्लोजर एंड क्लोजर
Okay,
व्हेन वी
okay.
आर मूविंग अपवर्ड.
अच्छा
तो एक
मतलब
पॉइंट ऐसा
या
भी आएगा जहाँ पर पट्टे का जो वाइडनेस है, इट विल बी क्रॉसिंग द वाइडनेस ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर ए लाइक स्ट्रक्चर. वहां पर वो स्टॉप कर जाता है. इट इज अगेन वर्किंग एज ए स्टॉपर देयर.
तो इस
जो
एक
उसके बीच का
डाउनवर्ड फोर्स
विड्थ
काम
है,
करेगा, एक डाउनवर्ड फोर्स.
ये डाउनवर्ड फोर्स, नॉट डाउनवर्ड फोर्स बट द अपवर्ड फोर्स.
I am saying that the A side structure will apply a downward force so that when the load comes at this side, the this end does not go up. So yes,
अच्छा, ये
this is
राइट.
the support, and this A-shaped structure, due to the varying thickness, acts as a stopper. Even if there is no visible stopper there, but this acts as a stopper because of the varying thickness, right?
राइट.
But what we can see in the this picture, that there is a visible stopper here. So why we are, I think that these two structures are same, but on this end we are using the this stopper, visible stopper, and in this picture we are not using a visible stopper. Can you elaborate upon that?
Yes. In first case, the inclination that we are having right now is less. In case we will be using that particular dash as our stopper, the inclination would have been more. और इट कैन बी पॉसिबल कि वो पीछे वाला जो उसका पट्टे का एंड है, इट वुड हैव टच द ग्राउंड. तो उसको स्टॉप करने के लिए वी नीड टू मेक अ स्टॉपर एट द हायर हाइट टू मेक अ स्टेबल स्ट्रक्चर. इंक्लिनेशन को डिक्रीज करने के लिए हमने उसको ऊपर रखा है
Okay.
ना.
So yeah. So
इन दिस,
using this and this decides the inclination, right?
यस सेंटर.
So that our material do not touch the ground.
राइट.
So in this particular picture, Suraj, now I will quickly be mentioning support and structure, and if there is something important needed to be added at this point, you can add, because you see stopper and this support is now fairly simple. So friends, in this structure you can see that this key is acting as a stopper, and you can see that this portion is acting as a support, right, Suraj?
One more thing I would like to mention here is, in case you would not be having a key that side, again you can use a stopper. You can make a stopper using a rope. Coil a rope around that particular ये जो भी है हमारा पोल, इट इज कॉइल वन. तो इसका जो एंड होगा, ट्राई टू मेक इट लिटिल बिट, मतलब थोड़ा सा मोटा बनाने की कोशिश करेंगे, जो एक रिंग को डिनोट करेगा, और रिंग थोड़ी ऊंची होगी. तो व्हेन द, यस दिस वन. तो जब जब ये इसका एंड हमारा एक एक पॉइंट पे पहुंचेगा, इट विल बी रीचिंग द कॉइल. और जब उस साइड से लोड पड़ेगा, तो कॉइल विल नॉट अलाउ दैट पर्टिकुलर प्लैंक टू शिफ्ट अपवर्ड. इट विल अगेन एक्ट एज अ स्टॉप.
Okay, so if the stopper is not available, see how Suraj explained very well that how we can use a rope to make a stopper if it is not visible. Okay, and the rope will also not go up because of the rigid design of this particular setup. And yes, this is the support. Now the next one, this particular setup. In this particular setup, we can see that okay, just a second. Yes. So this thing over here, this upper plank acts as a stopper, and this thing acts as a support. And yes, over to you, Suraj.
Yes. If we have to move from the left side, this is the solution from the right side. In case we have to move from the left side, what we can do, we are having the base available, or the what we call it, a support we are having right now. That is a table, right? But we need to create a stopper for it, for which we are having that in bold basis, what we call it, इसका structure बता नहीं, ये
This
दो
shape.
दो similar structure हैं on the either end, right? We can use them as a stopper. Now we need to place this plank in this table. It should be extended towards both ends.
Okay, I'm doing that. I'm doing that.
Yes, this way. Now you are having the support for now, but you are not having the stopper. Now in order to create a stopper, you need to fix a pulley above it in the perpendicular position that will be supported by the two structures. This way, right? What this thing will do is will provide you the support
But
from the back
we need to
of the stopper.
okay, we need to tie the bully with the rope, or we need to are
No,
putting
no,
it the lower end.
you
Okay,
don't
lower
need to
end.
tie. You don't need to tie. When you will apply the weight on the front
Okay.
end, it
Yeah.
will automatically
Yeah.
stop at
Yeah.
that particular
Yeah. I thought
point. It will,
you are putting the bully on the upper portion. So no, you are pushing it the lower portion, na?
no, no, I am putting it the upper portion.
If we will put the bully at the upper portion, and if we will put the load here, the bully will go up, na?
No, no, upper portion means below that particular structure
I think
above the
we have
plank.
some synchronization problem with the upper. Like I don't know why.
Yes,
So I'm showing you in the picture that we
yes,
are
I
doing
got
at
it.
this.
I got it. I got it. It is below.
Yeah. So yes, so that was it. A very beautiful structure, and this is again a very more beautiful structure. This is this. This gap right here is upper gap is acting as a stopper, and I think there is a lower gap also with this, that is also like a support, and there is one more support which is at this point. Yes, Suraj.
Yes. Now, Ritesh, tell me, in case there would not be a support available, what you will do? In case there is no hole inside that pole, what you will do?
In case there is no hole, means you are removing the any hole, this hole that is there, na?
Yes, in which
Okay,
that
so
plank has been
I will
attached.
use rope. I,
Apart from this,
I will use rope to make this kind of structure, this knot and this knot. So
yes,
the upper portion will act like a stopper, and the lower portion will stop it from going down.
rightly mentioned. One more point from this structure. Okay, uh, if in case the pole would have an inclination on the side where we are keeping the plank, थोड़ा सा टेढ़ा बना दो उसको, एक नॉर्मल सा.
Yes, yes. This inclination then acts as a stopper,
Yes.
even without the rope.
Now, yes, using the simple sign. Just tell me
Yes,
how it will work.
now we can simply place the plank.
How the stopper will be working with it.
This goes like more this side.
You can
Uh,
elaborate this thing.
uh, okay, so when we are putting this plank at this point, and this is this particular portion is acting as a support, and when our main when you put the load at this point, all these points, then it will create an upward force at this point, which will be cancelled by this inclination force, which will be provided by the pole. Yes.
Yes, Pritesh.
One thing that I am doubtful, like if a person, Suraj, stands at this point itself, then will not this structure go down?
Which portion?
Okay, I will mark that portion. See, consider this particular drawing itself, and if the man stands at this point where I have drawn the arrow,
Yes,
so don't you
yes.
think this will go down?
That is again a common thing, because at the at a point you will be, मतलब जब स्ट्रक्चर के पास में इतना पहुंचाएंगे कि 4 फीट का गैप कम रिड्यूस हो जाएगा, या 4 फीट या 4 फीट से डिस्टेंस कम हो जाएगी. यू कैन डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम आइदर साइड.
Okay, so we are coming from this side.
Yes.
I thought we are going from this side. If we are going from this side, then we cannot
If
stand
you are
here.
going from this side, you can extend your leg
We can
more
extend our
than that
leg.
particular gap.
Okay, we can directly put our leg at this point.
Right. It is
Right.
again a common thing.
Again, a common sense which we mentioned in the intangible things required to do this task. Yes. So, Suraj, I cannot see the time. Can you mention to me what is the time?
219.
Okay, 2:19. Okay, let us wrap it up till this point. Okay. Yes, we faced some issues also. We started a little late. We started around I think 12:30. Nah? We started around that time.
Right.
So, and we suppose it to be around 2 hours. So let us try to wrap it around this time. Okay, so this is the structure, and in this structure, this is it. This acts as a stopper, and this acts. Okay, this portion acts as uh, a support. Okay, so this is it. And Suraj, you would like to add something?
No, no.
Okay, so now we have discussed quite a lot of ideas. So if something very radical and very important is missing, then only I will request you to add. So this particular plank, you can see we have already discussed these structures. You can see that this particular thing is acting as a stopper, and this is acting as a support. Okay, and you can also see that for this bully, if I ask, okay, do mention in the comment box for this particular bully what acts as a support and what acts as a stopper for this particular bully. Moving on to the next thing, in this particular setup, if you see, you can see that this similar kind of setup, this bully is again acting as a stopper, and this is acting as a support. Then the next kind of setup that you can see is this setup. You can see that this particular structure, I've already shown it to you, is acting as a stopper, and this particular stopper as acting as a support. So you get it, friends. This is the SS Funda, and when you get close to this task, try to find where you can find a support, and from where you can find a stopper. Okay, a support and stopper will help you, and then the concept of how to use your materials wisely and practically to make improvised cantilevers. So yes, this is one of my favorite. Picture is a little HD in quality, so do bear with that. This is a particular plank, and this acts as a support, and you can see how we are using a bully, our material, to make a stopper. So we have bridged this gap, and this inverted L shape structure can now act as a stopper after improvising this using our bully. So this is an example of again IL, which is improvised lever. Okay. Similarly, as Suraj mentioned in the very beginning, that you might be also be getting a ring. So this is the ring kind of structure. You can see in this that this acts as a support, and you can also see at the other end that this upper portion, this circumference, this acts as a stopper. Okay. Similarly, in the next portion, you can see that we have used it the other way. You can see that now the plank, now you can see in this picture that the ring acts as a stopper, but in the other picture you can see the ring acts as a support. In this picture you can see that the ring is acting as a support, and we have another stopper which is at this point. So this is our stopper. Okay. Next is in this particular setup, drum setup. you can see that this particular thing is acting as a stopper, and this drum is below is acting as a support, right, Suraj?
Right, right.
Okay. So, Suraj, one thing that I wanted to ask at this point is, in this particular structure that is visible, what is this thing? This is the bully.
Yes, small bullet,
So why
which
is the
is
bully kept
giving
there?
support in order to stabilize the rings of the structure.
Okay, so ring is free. So if the bully is not there, it will fall down.
Yes,
Okay, so stabilize it. We have also used ropes.
it is not a rope. There are rings. So I think
Okay, okay. So there is a ring this side. There is a ring this side.
yes.
Okay, copy. So this was the structure, and again we have already seen this structure. You can comment at this point of the video that what acts as the stopper here and what acts as the support. Okay. Again, this is again how to use a ring. This and how to vary this particular thing to vary the inclination. Like you can see that in this particular portion, ring is used this way. This is a bully, and you can do comment that what is the support and what is the stopper.
Because
At yes.
in this one, instead of ring, you can use the rope as well. If you are given a rope, using the that loop one rope.
Yeah, okay. So we can just simply put the bully over here, and then we can use a loop rope to put this plank, right?
Right.
And this, okay. This is the last structure that you might get. The idea is to just to show that a tire structure is also you can get. So a tire structure normally comes, and in this particular kind of structure, you have both things combined. You will get a support, and you will get buy one get one free. You'll also get a stopper. So if you put this plank like this, you can see that the lower portion can be used as a support, and the upper portion can be used as a stopper, and vice versa case is also possible.
Make one figure with it
Which figure?
for tire.
Okay. Okay.
Not this way. Let it be in the ground, lying in the ground.
Okay. Let it be lying in
Let
the
us
ground.
see.
Yes.
Okay. So you already know that there is a gap between the tire circumference in the inner circumference of the tire. So what you need to do is you need to utilize the outer structure of this particular tire as a base. Try to keep a plank. So you are having already a base. You need to find a stopper. In order to find a stopper, you need to utilize the inner circumference of this particular tire. And for that, the gap between the tire will be utilized. No, you don't need to put that way. Okay, raise the extended end. The one that is kept between the gap that is available, it is the support. It is the stopper. Go back to that particular picture again, the tire one structure. Yes, the gap that is seen between the loop of this particular tire. Try to just locate one gap. Yes, this one. You need to put this plank inside that particular gap. That will act as a support. This is how you will be solving the tire structure.
Okay, so I think we have, friends, thoroughly covered what are the structures you will be getting in the progressive group task, half group task, and all the other tasks that you will get in the GTO, and how you can use ropes to improvise your lever, and what are all the applications. Obviously, this is not an exhaustive list, and those points about the intangible qualities do apply about the common sense and all. So next up we'll be quickly discussing about this was the very important task we discussed, and now we are just having a few more little tasks, which is the first is group obstacle race. I will be quickly touching upon that. So in group obstacle race, you will be made to cross in a group 6 obstacles. Obstacle number 1 is ramp and jump. So before that you will also be given a snake. This is also called a snake race. This is called a snake race, you will obviously will not be given a actual snake. That's a different kind of thing para SF guys do, and in the commando training school you will get that at Belgaum, right, Suraj?
Right, right.
So at this juncture, we have just a dummy rope, dummy snake. Let me show you the snake, how it looks. So you can see in this gentleman is holding something like this. So this is a snake, and it is fairly long. It is extending like that portion also. So it needs to be carried along. Okay. So the first is group obstacle race. You need to run through this and taking hold of the snake. You need to cross this and make a jump through that in, and make sure all the rules apply also. So your snake cannot touch anywhere where the portion is red. So I also already mentioned, we already mentioned about the color rule. So make sure those rules also apply here. Next is the obstacle number 2, which is the figure 8 obstacle. You need to cross, and you see there is also the red portions available. So you need to cross this obstacle, making a figure of 8. Suraj, can you elaborate a little at this 8 task?
ओके, तो स्टार्ट सिंपली करना है, जैसे एक एंड से अंदर को जाओगे तो दूसरे एंड से बाहर से निकलना है। इट इज ट्राई टू मेक यूटिलाइज द पॉइंटर, आई विल बी टेलिंग यू हाउ इट वर्क्स।
Okay, yes. Which arrow pointer?
यस यस, द रेड मार्कर।
Yeah, I am already having the red marker.
ओके,
I'm at this point.
मतलब जैसे स्नेक चढ़ता है ना नॉर्मली किसी भी स्ट्रक्चर पे, उसी की तरह चढ़ना होता है। सपोज यू आर स्टैंडिंग द वे चेस्ट नंबर 8 इज स्टैंडिंग देयर।
Okay, let us
ओके,
start chase number 8.
we will be starting from the lower part. You will get inside this, yes, first one, and you will climb in that particular bar. Now you need to go above this particular above bar and get away from this, yes, inside that particular one, that way.
Okay, so we are going from this end.
Yes.
Okay, so and now we are, let's say now we are chase number 9.
Now you need to, the way that step number 9 is going, that way you will be following, and from upper way you will be coming back the same that you followed.
And then it
Within
the
this
then
structure
the
of 8.
okay, then the chase number 9 will again come back to this middle pole,
Yes.
and then from there where he will go towards this side or towards that side,
That side.
towards
The 8
towards
number
to our
side.
8 number side. Okay, so from this point he will go towards that side. So he can go towards that side directly from this point, or do he needs to come back through this?
He need to he need to put his legs in the lower rod, and then he will come
Okay,
this side.
please see this arrow that I am making, this arrow.
No, no, रितेश, सिंपली the 8 जैसा 8 बनता है ना, उसी तरीके से बनाना है।
Okay, okay, I'm drawing it. Like we come at this point, then we go
Start
at
with the
this,
lower part. Yes,
and then we go there, then we come here.
yes.
Okay, and
Then we go inside.
then we go where at यहाँ तक clear है, I am clear at this point. इसके बाद
उस साइड को जाना है, बट पैर रिम पे रखना है, जो उसके जो उसका रॉड है उसके ऊपर पैर रखना है।
okay, going that side and come landing at this point.
Landing at that point, and you will be reaching this. Your face will be this side. Now you will be crossing this structure easily.
Okay, this side, and then we land here.
Yes.
So this is figure of 8. And इसको
That's why
like
it is
there is
figure of
some
8.
rule like इसको 2-3 बार करना है करके.
नहीं नहीं, एक ही बार करना होता है। 8 बनाना होता है, 8 बन गया तो you have completed this particular task.
Okay. So right friends, this is the way you make an 8, going from this and this loop, and then you come back to this point. And also we are holding
It
the,
will brief you very nicely. Don't worry.
and this uncle will brief you very nicely, so please listen to him. Okay.
GTO.
Yes. So next up is the obstacle number 3, which is spider wave, which is fairly simple. You can see in the structure itself. And next up is for double wall and bully. So you can see in this particular structure, this is a like 4 to 5 feet wall, and this is the bully. So you need to jump on the wall and you need to cross this. So and next is high wall. So this is a fairly high wall. It is around 7 to 8 feet, right, Suraj?
Right.
Okay, and in Air Force, I think it is a little more at more height.
It can be varying, but
Yeah.
don't worry, your subordinate will help you to climb it,
Yeah. So
even
in
if
this
you are not
task,
able.
you need to do that. What we discussed in like in one story, we also discussed that that घरा एंड जो जिसमें मटकी वगैरह फोड़ते हैं, क्या बोलते हैं उसको?
जन्माष्टमी।
जन्माष्टमी बोलते हैं, लेकिन उसको और तो कुछ बोलते हैं यार। सूरज, तूने बताया था।
Let it be repeat.
हाँ, जन्माष्टमी बोलते हैं, but उसको पता नहीं क्या बोलते हैं, हांडी या कुछ बोलते हैं।
दही अंडी।
हाँ हाँ, वो जिसमें ऊपर चढ़ के हम उसको फोड़ते हैं यार।
Yes, yes.
और
Let
उसमें
it be जन्माष्टमी repeat.
लेटेड भी जन्माष्टमी, अब फोड़ते तो उसी में है, जन्माष्टमी ही फोड़ते हैं। पर्टिकुलरली उसका पूछ रहा था, उस ओकेजन को क्या बोलते हैं। ओके, सो इन दैट सिनेरियो वी यूज अ ह्यूमन पिरामिड, so we can make a human pyramid, and then we can use your subordinates to go up, and make sure you know do not cross, and you also help that subordinate also, so because the GTO will,
Still, one, one,
yeah.
How will the
you
last
were saying,
portion of the human pyramid cross this?
You use your hand, you can lie at this juncture, you can extend your hand to like to 1 meter, your hand is 1 meter, and you can give the hand, you can pull him back, right Suraj?
right. Instead of this, what you can do, you can just
Snake.
मतलब एक इंसान सिंपली एक होल्ड जो क्या बोलते हैं अपनी जो दोनों हैंड है उसमें एक थोड़ा सा लूप बनाएगा where one will be getting the support for his leg. Yes, yes, yes. And then another person will be putting his feet over that particular hand and वो simply cross कर जाएगा. 7 feet is normal यार, around 5 to 5 या तो वहां से इजीली एक अगर इंसान अगर हाथ का यूज करेगा तो हम आराम से उसके टॉप में पहुंच जाएंगे. देन वी विल बी हेल्पिंग अदर्स टू गेट टू दैट पॉइंट.
हाँ
एक इंसान ऊपर पहुंच गया तो बाकी लोग तो खींच ही सकते हैं उसको.
हाँ,
बाकी लोगों
मतलब
को तो खींच ही
एक बार एक बंदा ऊपर पहुंच गया तो वो या तो अपने हाथ से खींच सकता है बाकी बंदों को, या पैर से भी खींच सकता है।
सकते हैं. आई एम नॉट नोइंग दैट पर्टिकुलर उसको बोलते क्या है हाथ को वैसे बनाने को. मतलब दोनों फिंगर्स के बीच में मतलब एक फिंगर के बीच के गैप में दूसरी फिंगर डाल के जो दोनों हाथों के बीच में वो करते हैं ना उस टाइप से जो वो एक हाथ का शेप बनता है. आई एम नॉट गेटिंग इट.
मतलब एक इन्वर्टेड लॉक टाइप का, एक
लॉक,
इंटरलॉकिंग।
यस, अ टाइप ऑफ लॉक. यस,
या
इट इज टाइप ऑफ लॉक. और वो नॉर्मली खुलता नहीं है तो किसी ने पैर रखा इफ यू आर स्ट्रॉन्ग इनफ मतलब इजीली गिव द सपोर्ट टू योर सबऑर्डिनेट.
अच्छा, वो तो नीचे से ऊपर जाते वक्त भी हाथ से रख के करते हैं यार।
उसी लिए तो बोल रहा हूँ उसी टाइम तो.
तो नीचे से ऊपर
जब
जाने के लिए
जब
बता रहे हो तुम अभी?
यस, ऊपर से
बट
तो आराम से एक नॉर्मल हाथ देंगे तो खींच ही लेगा. नीचे
हाँ
का
हाँ,
सपोर्ट भी आएगा,
अच्छा
ऊपर से
अच्छा
कोई
अच्छा अच्छा,
खींचेगा भी तो आराम से आएगा.
मैं सोच रहा था ऊपर का बता रहा। नो, माय बैड।
नहीं नहीं,
सो ऊपर से अगेन, ऊपर से हाथ दे, एंड कैन वी यूज द स्नेक ऑल्सो लाइक?
नो नो यू कांट डू.
ओके, स्नेक
नहीं स्नेक ही है,
स्नेक
इट इज
स्नेक
यूज्ड एज स्नेक.
स्नेक का हालत खराब हो जाएगा उससे तो। Okay, that will not be good for a snake. Anyway, this is obstacle number 6, which is ramp and slide. And ramp and slide obstacle is you need to go from this in. You can find little structures there, so you can use this to climb this, and
आई
then
डोंट नो रितेश, आई डोंट नो अबाउट द अदर प्लेसेस बट भोपाल का जो नेट वाला स्पाइडर वेब है और ये स्लाइड वाला है वो काफी ऊंचा था. इट इज नॉट नॉर्मल. मतलब दो
yes.
फीट जैसे एक मंजिला इमारत होती है उसकी छत मान लो इतनी हाइट चढ़ना था मेरे, फिर वहाँ से स्लाइड मारना.
Okay, so
यू आर हैविंग
disclaimer.
स्टैंड ऑन द ग्राउंड बट
Yeah.
हाइट इज वेरी हाई.
So disclaimer for whosoever is going to his SSB at Bhopal, that be ready for a high structure at this.
इसमें नेट
मतलब
तो
जो कहना था कि
करना है वो बम्बू पे।
You need to cross at this. Your group will cross this point. You will reach at this height, then you need to slide.
there is plank and you will be getting stopper attached in that plank so that
Yeah,
you can
I have highlighted it. These are
stop
the
at a point.
stoppers. These are the stoppers.
Don't worry, it's very easy.
Yeah, this is very easy, fairly simple. Next up is the half group task, and we need not to elaborate it, because since we have fairly elaborated the progressive group task, so this is just a mini version of the progressive group task. The only change that you will participate after the break in the half group task. This task is very similar to the progressive group task, and there is only one obstacle. In the progressive group task, there was 4 obstacles. In this task, there is only one obstacle, and the group is smaller. So this is, I think, one of the most important tasks according to me, because whatever you have done in those tasks so far, the 4 tasks so far, the assessor has made some rough idea to observe the candidate now minutely. So in this stage, from the 5th task, the assessor will be minutely observing you, that whether this candidate is suitable or not. So make sure that you have the chance, to show your best in the half group task, because you will be getting a chance to speak, as the group will be very smaller. Half is why, because the group is made half. If there was 20 people previously, now is 10 in that ratio. Okay, so this is the half group task. Everything is similar, and rules are also similar to PGT. Okay, right, Suraj?
Yes, right.
Next task is lecturate. In lecturate task, you are, as the name says, this you will have to give a lecture. First of all, one card will be given to you. The card will have 4 topics written on it. You need to choose any one topic from that. Then you need to go a little bit farther from where the other guys or other students are giving their lecturate. You will be given 3 minutes to prepare your lecturate. Then afterwards, a ring will come and your turn will come, and you need to give a lecturate on 3 minutes. You have to speak. So for lecturate, tips from my side, and whatever experience we have gathered together is, like, we have to prepare in advance some important lecturate topics. What are the important lecturate topics? I have given a list in the description of this video, about like 100 plus lecturate important topics, and you can check that out in the description. Okay, one format that I would suggest from my side to be followed in lecturate, because lecturate is a check of your organizing ability also. How well you organize your thoughts. A well organized lecturate will fetch you more marks and more credits. And how boldly and confidently you narrate the lecturate there. Those are the qualities that are checked. Okay, so first of all, choose a topic that you are most comfortable with, and do not choose a topic that you are not comfortable, and just to show you off, do not choose any topic that you are not comfortable with. You can follow a pattern like what, why, current, challenges, and solution, this kind of model. You need to elaborate on what is the topic, why we are discussing it, what are the current situations, what are the challenges, and what solutions you propose. You need to, again, and the GD, I suggested you to think in multiple dimension. So please think in multiple dimension: polity, history, economy, impact on society, issues therein, and various stakeholders involved, to make a good lecturate. Then again, there are intangible qualities which you have to speak confidently. Make it count. Whatever minute is given to you, make it count and make it clear and effective, so that the person is standing in front of you wants to listen. And time matters, so be a good time manager there. And also body language matters, so make sure your hands are folded towards the back, and you narrate it very firmly without any stuttering and stammering. Okay, so that is it from my side about the lecturate task that is there. Right, Suraj?
Right. One more thing, no matter whatever be the topic, it is given to you. तो 4 टॉपिक में से एक लो लेवल टॉपिक भी होगा, so you don't need to think कि इस टॉपिक में बोला तो I will be getting less marks. Every topic has its importance. That's why it is given there. So you just need to speak within the frame of time that you are provided. और जितना जैसा भी टॉपिक हो, the content matters. So even if it is asked about my best friend, my favorite teacher, my ideal, then also you need to give your best. You need to highlight why you are different from others in that particular lecture. Then you will be getting an edge, of course.
Okay, right.
Okay.
Rightly said. We can, as Suraj rightly pointed out, that no matter what topic you get, you need to make it count, and you need to speak confidently on that. And every topic matters there, and every topic is important. So go by that mindset, and do not go by the mindset that this is not important or that is not important. Right? Now next task, like we are at the third last task, which is the 7th task, is a very interesting task, which is individual obstacles. And people wait for this task, and they have been waiting for like they will show their metal in this individual obstacles. So in individual obstacles, we are having a total 10 obstacles to cross, and as the name says, they are to be done individually, and you will also be marked individually. So 10 obstacles to cross, and each obstacle has a marking on it. So first obstacle is of 1 mark, second obstacle of 2 marks, third obstacle of 3 marks, and likewise 10 marks. So in total, if you will add all these, you will get 55 marks in total. So these are the obstacles. So they are of varying difficulties, and you are allowed to skip any one of them. Marks will be deducted accordingly. And once if you complete that task in a time, let's say if you complete that, Suraj, I think the time is 3 minutes.
Yes, 3 minutes.
Okay, 3 minutes is given to complete all these obstacles. But let's say if you are very good and if you complete those tasks before 3 minutes, then you are allowed to repeat. If you complete all the task in 3 minutes, then you are allowed to repeat. But let's say if you are if you have not completed certain task and then you are again repeating the same task, that is not allowed. So if you complete all the tasks, then you are allowed to repeat, and there you can use your mind to repeat those tasks which have higher marks. So like this 10th task will give you 10 marks, and this 9th task will give you 9 marks. So let us first discuss these 10 markers and 9 markers. So the 10 marks task that I am going to discuss you is this that you can see on your screen. This is called a tiger leap. This is called a tiger leap. On this particular task, you are allowed to stand. You are allowed to board a particular platform. This is fairly high from the ground. Then you have to stand on that platform firmly, and there will be a rope at certain distance from you. This is the rope, and then you need to make a tiger leap, a jump, and hold this rope. Okay, and then you need to come down. Suraj, I think we need to come down slowly and gently.
Yes, slowly.
We need to come down, like then the grip should be strong at this particular point of impact. Yes.
Right.
Okay, so many people what they do that when they try to get hold of that, it simply slips from their hand, and they directly they directly gets down at the bottom very quickly. So that is a wrong wrong way to do it. So that will not be, I think no point will be given then, Suraj.
Yes, marks will be deducted surely.
Okay, so the right way to do it is to jump and hold it firmly at the point of impact itself, correct? Okay, so now one warning here also, one disclaimer also, that this is the task that can give you bruises in your hand, and can make you feel that you have given it your sweat and blood to it. So you need to practice this task in advance, because lot of candidates cut their hands while doing this task. Okay, so this is the tiger leap. And next important task, which again gives you 9 marks, is the monkey crawl. So as you can see in the figure, this is the monkey crawl. And I think at this juncture, I would also like to mention one movie which shows this monkey crawl. I have also mentioned it on my channel, which is this movie, Suraj, Prahar, right?
Yes, Prahar.
Okay, this is a movie which shows about these kind of training that is given at the commando school at Belgaum. So you can also check it out there. I think the lead actor does it very well. You can check it out. So this is the monkey crawl. You need to cross like some distance, like 22 feet, around 25 feet around distance, by crawling from one end to the other end. And this will again give the stress at your hands and at your knees. So you do practice this task in advance. This is the monkey crawl. And next up, I have not shown all the tasks elaborately, because these two tasks are fairly little bit of difficulty you will face in these two tasks only. All rest of the tasks are fairly simple, and you will be easily doing it. So I'm just showing you to give a rough idea. This is the first task for 1 marks. You just need to come running at this slope, and you just need to jump from there. You will get 1 marks. Next task is like double barrel jump. So you need to come running from this side, and you need to jump this side. This is a shorter one. You need to come from this side, jump this side. Next task, pardon me for the HD quality of the picture, but this is the task where you need to just walk, board the bully from one end, and you need to make your balance, and you need to go there, and by making the balance you need to jump. You cannot if you if you lose your balance, and if you get down at the in between, the task will not be considered right, and the marks will be deducted accordingly. This task is, yeah.
Hold on for this one
Yeah.
obstacle. Yes. Try to do this task slowly, because I have seen many candidates who try to do it fastly. They fall in the middle, and they have to restart from the starting point. So try to do it slowly.
Okay, so
Zigzag path.
okay, so to
It
pass,
is in the zigzag formation.
okay, it is in the zigzag formation. Okay, so please do it slowly as rightly mentioned, because you can fall then. Next task is a screen jump. Okay, I'm not sure if Suraj, screen jump is there still.
Yes, you will be getting an inclined plane through which you have to jump, and there is one red screen over which you have to jump. It is quite easy. Don't worry.
Okay, so we are coming from this side.
Yes, it will be inclined little bit,
Okay, it will be
and you are
inclined,
supposed to jump.
and you
You are
come
supposed
from
to
this,
jump over that particular.
and you need not to touch the screen,
Yes,
because if you will touch the screen will fall, and if the screen falls, marks will be deducted. So yes,
you have to repeat again that task
you
in
have
case
to
of
repeat
fall.
again that task. If you have time, you can repeat it. Okay, this is called Burma Bridge. This task is again simple. This is called Burma Bridge, and in this you have two ropes, two channels, one this. What is important is to get firm hold at this point, and this as soon as you board this wire, this starts shaking, and it depends on how much balance you can mention. The shaking depends on that. So this is Burma Bridge. Then this,
One suggestion:
yeah.
don't look downward.
Okay, yes. One suggestion, that is don't look downwards. I think this suggestion rightly applies to any task which is related to height.
Yes,
So yes, don't look downwards if you have fear of heights.
even if you are not having fear of height, the height is quite a bit for a candidate to ascend this
Yeah.
Burma Bridge in the entire.
And then the our own height also adds to that, so it gets more tougher. So this is again a task in which you need to climb the ladders from one end, then you need to go like this from the other end, and then from at this point you need to cry side, I think, commando.
It varies. We were asked to speak about our favorite. No, we were supposed to name our favorite actress.
Okay, okay, okay.
They sometimes ask to speak your test number. Sometimes they ask commando. It varies center to side.
Okay, so do we need to cry it very loudly?
Yes, let's so कि मतलब डर वाले सिचुएशन में भी you are having जोश inside.
Okay, okay, it's like a war cry, na?
It's like a war cry. क्योंकि ये जो प्लेटफॉर्म है it takes ये पतला सा है जिसके ऊपर हम खड़े होते हैं it shakes और इसका नैरोनेस काफी ज्यादा होता है.
Okay, so it is very narrow. I think it is shown in the same movie also, na? Which we mentioned.
Yes,
And then we need get to know, and just it's very simple. Just you need to make the balance, and you need not to look downwards. And but this guy is looking downwards, has to make his balance. So you can adjust it accordingly, and then you need to get down and get through this end.
you need to watch the plank, not the ground. Then
Means
you can easily
okay,
cross.
was the plank for the color rule?
For the color rule, not for making good balance.
Okay,
To be in the right place.
maybe where
You
we
need
are
to watch
keeping
that.
our feet.
Yes.
Okay, so that was all about the individual obstacle. We are just at the closing session of this GTO series. This is the command task, and in this task you are the commander, and you need to choose your subordinates. So this task starts like the GTO will take you to a place far from everyone, and he will exchange some pleasant talks with you. He will also put his hand on your shoulder, and he will exchange some pleasant talks with you to make you very much comfortable, and then he will make you the commander, and then he will ask you to choose your subordinates. Okay, and then he will give you a task, a particular task. We'll discuss what kind of task. Suraj, right so far?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so in the command task, there are three kind of tasks that are given. So from the command task, one thing is there that it depends that if your performance in the PGT and HGT and other task has been quite good, then the command task allotted to you will be very tough. It will be a challenging task. So I think if you get a challenging command task, then you can be sure that you have done well in the PGT and HJT. And no one can guarantee the recommendation part, but you can be sure that you have done very good in the PGT and HJT. So the assessor wants to give you a challenging task to assess your metal further. Okay, so there are three kind of command tasks that is there. One is traditional type. Okay, I will show you them. Another one is a circular portion type, which is a bomb diffusing task. And the last task is a island type task, in which you are not outside the area, you are inside the area and you need to come out. This is a island based task, so you are trapped in a situation inside the area and you need to come out within a given time, right? So these are the samples that shows those kind of tasks. First of all, you can see at this point, let us have a look at this figure. This figure, you can see there is this line, this is the starting line, and you can see there at the back there is the finish line, and there are certain structures there. So you will be met the commander, and using your subordinates you need to start at this point and you need to cross this obstacle in a given amount of time. Okay, so this is a traditional type, this is a traditional type, first type. Next type, if you can see, is this one, this one. You can see there is a circular portion over here, and at this circular portion somewhere in the center will be a bomb, and which is a time bomb, and it will diffuse, it will blast if it will not get it out within the given time. So you need to make a plan using your subordinates, and then you need to diffuse the bomb. And then last task is the island type task. Only those people get island type of task who have done quite well in the PGT and HGT task. Then the task level of task will be island based type of task. So you will be inside the structure already, and you need to make some plan to come out. And one last thing, that there are three ways to go inside in every task, three ways to go inside and to come out. So if you do it by one way, the assessor will tell you to do it by other way. If you do it by the other way, the assessor will tell you to do it by the third way. So make sure you can use your mind to do it by all three ways that are mentioned there. And so this was about the command task. Yes, Suraj.
Yes, the thing that you mentioned at the last, that there will be three ways to enter. These three ways have varying difficulties. You need to figure out which way you are finding it simple to go inside and get away from the bomb, get that bomb and reach the destination. Accordingly, we will be asking you कि मतलब अगर if you are able to figure out कि ये रास्ता सबसे simple है, then GTO will ask directly कि you are not having this way, then you can go other way, another.
Okay.
First of all, you need to figure out कि सबसे simple way कौन सा है.
Okay. So yes, as rightly pointed out, we need to first figure out the simplest way that is there, and then you can if the assessor allows you to go with that, you can go with that. If it does not allow, you have to go with the other way that is available. So this was the eighth task, which is the command task. Your leadership qualities, and what are all the qualities we'll be discussing, that is checked on. I already mentioned at one stage that the grasp is being chased, so those kind of rule can apply here also at this point also. And the last task, which is the final group task, this is very simple.
Just one more thing.
Yeah.
In the command task, there is this part we need to call the subordinates for the task. So accordingly, you should choose your subordinate depending on the task that you are given, and choose your subordinates wisely because there are cases when GTO asks why you choose this particular candidate for your task as your subordinate. So you should have a reason. You need to treat them, your subordinate, well, and brief them well about the task.
Yes.
You can get the gist from the YouTube videos about the command task.
Yeah, we will be pinning down those links in the description, so you can check those videos to get a gist about how the command task is done and how what is expected out of you, right?
The three ways that you all talked about here, वो three ways brief पहले से किए होते, हमें वो three ways पता कैसे चलेंगे?
No, those are not the three ways that will be briefed. Like if you focus on the screen, you can see a circular portion right here. Okay, so you need to enter this area, and you are standing at this point. So either you can use this T-shape structure. Please have a look. Either you can use at the T-shape structure to enter from this side, or can you see at the far end there is also a pole, and there is this plank, so you can come from this side, or can you see at this point there is also a structure, so you can go from this side. So these are the three ways that I'm mentioning. So you
Okay.
either you can come from there, there, or there. Yes, Suraj.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Rightly mentioned.
So these are the three ways, and they will not be telling you how to do it, obviously. So you need to figure it out yourself. So yes, it is all about the man and material management. Okay. Next up is the last task that we are discussing is the final group task. The final group task is the one opportunity in which the whole group is now called back. And now you will, in the progressive group task, there was the complete group. Okay. In the half group task, there was the half group. Now in the final group task, there is now again the complete group which does a final group task. So this is just so far till this eighth task, the assessor has already made up his mind whom to clear, whom not to clear. Okay, so all the all the damage and all everything has been already done, and whatever good has to happen has already been done. This is just a final group task to just check your like what kind of spirit you mentioned towards the end of the exercise also, because you already done all this. And do you maintain your josh till this point or not, that is being checked. So this is again a PGT level 2 task. We have already discussed what is a PGT level 1 task, 2 tasks, 3 tasks and 4 tasks, which was the simple bridging, simple cantilever, complex cantilever and more complex cantilever. So it is a simple cantilever based task and it will be fairly simple. You just need to complete it. Okay. So this is about the final group task, and with that we have covered all the kind of tasks that is discussion that is being conducted at the GTO level in SSB. Okay. Lastly, before we wrap this up, I will elaborate you. Okay, just a minute. That what are the broad things? Suraj, can you give me a time idea of time?
3 o'clock.
Wow, so sorry. Oh, what is soon seen through this activity? So, some predominant qualities that emerge from the PGT, if you need to focus, they check the ability to grasp the rules because they are briefing. They check your grasping ability. If you miss something, if you are in your thoughts lost somewhere, you will not be able to do it. So, be in the moment while tackling the obstacle. Are you logical in your approach? You are. If you are mentioning an idea and you think that this is not working, and you are again repeating the same idea and again, then one important thing that you will find in there is the trainability factor. Okay, which is there. So he is seeing that he is giving the same idea again and again, and he's not learning from his mistake whatever he is committing then and there. So the trainability factor goes quite low, and then you are not in the recommendation line. Okay, so and then the practical work sense that is checked. Are you able to use your resources? Again, as I said, man and material management, you need to be aware of what all the resources you are having and how to use it effectively. And are you able to contribute to the group functioning, or are you a hindrance? Are you able to cooperate and work? So cooperation is checked. Are you able to overcome the frustration and difficulties faced during the task? This is especially as expected you during the command task. As a commander, you are expected to overcome the frustration and difficulties faced during the task, because you might get situations where the idea might not be working, or the subordinates might not be following you, or maybe doing something else. So you need to overcome the frustration and difficulties, and you have to be very clear, and the power of expression is changed. You need to clear it, communicate your ideas to others effectively. Okay. This is the last slide. To approach PGT, you need to keep the following points in mind. You need to be a constructive member of the group. Have to try and lead the group. Like when the PGT starts, Suraj, one last suggestion, that when the PGT starts, and let's say this is the start line and this is the finish line, and we people are standing, how many members are there in the group, Suraj?
8 to 10, maybe 12.
Okay, 10 members in the group, and you might be standing anywhere. Okay, so you might be standing anywhere in a semicircle or whatever. So the material, helping material, is placed right in front of us. So when the GTO says go, so Suraj, what should be the approach? Let's say if you are standing at this point, so will you run from that point to get hold of the plank and bully first?
No, we need to just support your subordinates.
Okay.
Whoever is going first, let it be. You can give idea from the back to GTO is listening.
Okay.
And in case you are not getting the material, or in case you are not leading, just provide your solution from the back. GTO is having an eye कि एक ही बंदा जा सकता है फंड से, at least he gives you solution from the back. That is against you.
No,
One more thing I
okay.
would like to highlight here.
You will not run. Okay.
One
Okay.
more thing I would like to highlight here is that there will be cases we are not getting the solution, we are not able to contribute well in the group. So उस time पे निराश नहीं होना. You need just to appreciate the one who is giving the solution. That shows कि you are the one in the odd situations. You favor the right thing. You have the positive mindset over there. And one more thing that whenever situation is not in your favor or situation goes against you, your personality is again being checked. कि जब चीजें तुम्हारे अकॉर्डिंग नहीं चलती तो हाउ यू मैनेज द थिंग. द कंसेप्ट ऑफ बैलेंस पर्सनैलिटी ऑफ पर्सन नॉट इन द पीजीटी टास्क बट इन द लाइफ ऑल्सो. हमेशा हमारे अकॉर्डिंग सिचुएशन नहीं चलती है, तो वी नीड टू वर्क अकॉर्डिंगली. पॉजिटिव माइंडसेट के साथ वी नीड टू कंट्रीब्यूट इवन इन द ग्रुप.
Yes. So yes, that is being checked. And let's say, Suraj, if you are here at this point, then you will surely pick the material.
Yes.
Okay. So that depends. So we need not to rush to pick up the material and everything. Okay. And one more doubt that candidates face is about the that the drum that is kept, which is called the load. So they say that no, you need not to carry the load. So what about that?
See, the obstacles that are being solved by the candidates, it is individually or maybe in two or three will be solving that particular obstacle. At the end, you have to get that obstacle, get that load as well. So you need to remember that thing कि हमें load भी लाना है अपने साथ. So if group forgets, you need to remind them कि हमें load भी लाना है अपने साथ. Otherwise, let the load be in the start line
Okay.
or at the starting.
Okay.
बाकी लोग भी
Meanwhile,
वहीं पर हैं.
जब तक टास्क हो रहा होता है, then the load is placed at the start line itself.
Yes. मतलब जितना हम आगे प्रोग्रेस करेंगे एक स्टेज से दूसरे स्टेज पे, वी विल बी गेटिंग लोड अकॉर्डिंगली. मतलब लोड को फॉरगेट नहीं करना है, लेकिन लोड तो लगातार भी याद नहीं रखना है. बट वी नीड टू प्रोग्रेस. लोड आते रहेगा, हम चल रहे हैं तो लोड भी आएगा साथ में, कोई ना कोई तो उठा ही लेगा.
Okay. So first of all, like we should focus on the doing the task and contributing to how to solve the structures and move. And if nobody takes the load, we should remind that okay, let us take the load. Okay. So that is it. And you should try and lead the group. I showed you various kind of situations. Suraj standing at the back, Suraj standing at the front, and what kind of approach can be. And in case someone has taken the lead, you can support him by providing ideas from the back. Wait till all the members have crossed and be helpful wherever required. So if you get at the finish line, do not go to the next task. Please keep in mind the group rule. We cannot move to the next task. That shows selfish nature and that is being observed. Do not give up easily. Yes, do not give up easily. Keep striving and motivating your team members, as Suraj also mentioned just before. Once a path has been chosen, do not divert the group to another. Okay, so once the group has mutually decided that one path is suitable, then try and find ways to go by that approach for some time. All paths will be of almost the same difficulty level. Okay, be supportive and do not criticize anyone. Be a team person and do not try to show off. Do not shout at others or throw the helping material. Do not keep looking. Yes, one more important point is this 10th point, which is people looking at the GTO. So do not looking at the GTO that in hope of something that you have done good, and then he's looking and he's smiling, so he will be giving you extra marks. So do not look at the GTO. Do not break any rules, and if you happen to do so, admit and go back to the position where you were before breaking the rule. It shows your honesty, which is being checked. Okay, so he's observing that if you are breaking a rule or not. Okay, and he has done it 10 to the power 8 times. So he has sharp eyes to observe that you have broken any rule or not. So if you feel that you have broken any rule, go back to the initial position and do it again. Right?
One more thing, Ritesh, I would like to mention कि when you are entering, you should be the first one to enter unknown location, and when you are leaving, you should be the last one to leave that particular place. This is being checked in the command task, and you can apply this in your PGT as well. When you are entering to the new structure, you should be the one to enter first. When you are leaving, when you are reaching the finish line, you should be the last one, or maybe the second last to leave. Okay, this shows a leadership quality. Leader first जाता है unknown areas में और safe और places में last enter करता है.
Yes.
कमांड टास्क स्पेशली, बाकी का तो मेरा ही करता है ये।
Yes, rightly mentioned out that in case of stressful situation you should be the first one to enter, and when situations are normal and when there is an advantageous situation you should be the last one to leave, and make sure everyone leaves and then you leave, right?
राइट।
And again that is Suraj, the approach that you suggested, the first one to enter, that is again situational, situation dependent.
सिचुएशन डिपेंडेंट व्हाट?
Means again the thing that I showed here, if Suraj is standing at the back, how can he be the first one to enter?
No, that one not. In the new structure, whenever group is not getting the idea, there will be cases that everyone mind will get stuck, क्योंकि एक
Okay.
टाइम तक माइंड अच्छे से काम करता है, एक स्ट्रक्चर पे अटक जाएगा बिकॉज द लेवल ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर इज इंक्रीजिंग,
Okay,
तो
whenever
एक पॉइंट पे रुक सकता है group।
whenever opportunity comes or when group is stuck, then you should be the first one to lead and enter and come up with a solution, right?
Yeah.
And you should be
And when
the
someone is giving the solution, try to appreciate that particular person. This shows two things. Firstly, you appreciate everyone whenever you get good idea. Second is you were the one who implemented that idea and try to you visualize that particular idea practically.
yeah, as we can say
मतलब किसी ने
yeah, very well
किसी
done,
ने
chess
idea
number
दिया है,
7, keep going like that.
this idea is workable will be better, I think.
Yeah,
मतलब
okay.
जैसे कोई ऑब्स्टिकल पे कोई आइडिया दे रहा है एंड सपोज आई एम सेइंग कि आई एम लुकिंग दैट द स्ट्रक्चर, आई एम ट्राइंग टू अप्लाई इट in moment to go, I will be telling ki, yeah, this idea can work. We can surely go with this particular idea.
Yeah,
This
like
shows the
yeah,
GTO that he has implemented the idea.
okay, the great chess number 7, this idea is workable, so we can proceed with that.
Okay.
Okay, so that
Leader
is
is visionary.
yeah, what did you say?
Leader is visionary.
Okay, leader is
Leader has vision.
yeah, leader is visionary. He has a vision, not of vision IS but a vision, dur drishti, as we say.
One person who is trying to give some idea that the other chess number should go first, and he is the one who is making out the plans and implementation, and thinks the other chess number is suggestive to go first, but the other chess number is not very sure of himself or herself. Then what should be the case? He should directly agree to the chess number 8 who suggested him to go first, or should say that I am not confident enough that so that the other chess number should go.
Suraj,
Because
okay.
I didn't get that. Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Like see, you are saying that there is one person chess number 8, one person chess number 7. Let's say you are chess number 7, and chess number 8 gave you some idea that such and such method can be implemented to bridge this task and make this cantilever. Okay.
Yes, chess number 8 said that I should go first, and I am not sure of going first. So I suggested same 8 number chess number 8 that ask someone else, or maybe he himself should go first. So it should be like I should be asking back that someone else should go, or I should be agreeing to chess number 7
Okay,
and his
why
me
you are
going
not
first.
going?
Because it is a group and there must be some reason, I think that someone else should go or something. ऐसा कुछ भी
It is
हो,
a group,
ऐसा
you
कोई भी
and
reason.
it is a group and you are the leader. You can be the leader. First of all, see what I don't know what idea chess number 8 has given. If you think that the idea that chess number 8 has given, anything starts after the idea being workable or not. If you first analyze the idea, if you think that the idea that chess number 8 has read is workable, so if the idea is workable, I don't know why point number chess number 8 is not confident. If chess number 8 is not confident by himself, then I doubt that the idea will be workable. Okay, so then in that case, how can you suggest other members of the group to go for the task, thinking that this shows that you don't want to get into a trouble and you want others to get into trouble.
No, nothing like that. It could be just that चेस नंबर 8 ने जो कॉन्फिडेंस दिखाया प्लान को लेके, चेस
Yeah.
नंबर 7 का अगर वो उसको सजेशन दे सकता है कि नहीं, काउंटर सजेशन मेरा क्वेश्चन है यहाँ पे, कि उसी को लेके चलना है जिसने आगे सबसे पहले इम्प्लीमेंट कर दिया, या फिर एक एडिशनल वो अपने दे सकता है सजेशन कि
Yes.
नहीं ये ऐसे हो सकता
You
है या
can,
वैसे
you
हो
can,
सकता
you are chess number 7. If you think that the idea of chess number 8 is not workable 100%, like it is workable up to 60%, 70%, then chess number 7, Anisa can give ideas to make it workable 100%. That is allowed.
है। या दैट वाज माय क्वेश्चन।
Yes.
उसको ऐसे ले सकते हैं ना, जैसे जो आगे एक ऑब्स्टेकल आया था जिसपे वी आर हैविंग टू ऑप्शन, एक में हम बल्ली यूज कर सकते हैं, एक में उसमें हम रोप भी यूज कर सकते हैं। सपोज चेस नंबर 8 ने कहा कि हम रस्सी यूज कर रहे हैं एंड यू आर हैविंग बेटर आइडिया दैट इज बल्ली, which is more stable. So you can just counter that particular person by giving the idea. Though the idea is workable, but we are having more specific idea that to a safer one. So
पर
we
फिर
can implement that idea.
मेजोरिटी वही निकल जाती है कि ठीक है भले ये बेटर आइडिया है बल्ली यूज करना, लेकिन वो रोप वाले ज्यादा है, तो फिर हमें उसे अग्री करना है, क्योंकि मेजोरिटी शायद अगर एक तरफ, तो हमें अग्री करना चाहिए लास्ट में, राइट?
हाँ